Hey, y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You know what? Sometimes, man, the internet can be a good thing. It brings back memories that are awesome. And for some reason, I don't know why, this is spreading around again. It's from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You guys remember that show way back in the day.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it on in any way, shape, or form anymore? I don't know, but so many people have done it. But
I know it's on syndication, but that doesn't mean anything anymore. So yeah, I'm not positive.
I don't know either. You're right. But I mean,
and it's with Meredith Vieira.
Oh, see, I didn't even know she was doing it.
Yes. Well, it's clearly not, what's his face anymore?
Regis is gone.
Regis is no longer with us. He's doing it up in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he's doing up in the sky?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Until Kelly joins him.
Yeah. Oh,
it's kind of morbid. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Got dark real quick this Thursday morning.
Kathy Lee might go before Kelly. They were the OGs.
Oh, yeah. Solid point.
Yeah. So what we're talking about, of course, is a great clip from 2011, and it's making the rounds again, and we have it on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. On Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, one of the possible answers was Uranus, one of your favorite answers.
That's Uranus, BJ.
Oh, sorry.
For being so immature.
And the woman playing said that this is something that she'll never live down.
Though most planets are named after Roman deities, what is the only one named for a figure in Greek mythology? Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Jupiter is Roman, I believe. I can't even put a finger on Uranus. Oh. You're going to cut that out. That'll be edited, I'm sure. Okay. I didn't even just say that on television. Okay.
No, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of you.
I think what's awesome is that in 2011, how many kids who are now in their 20s just probably didn't even know about this stuff. So I think that's why it's making the rounds again, is that, because that's a great line. But when you're 10, you don't, you're not even watching that.
12 years ago, that clip came from.
Yeah, so a lot of folks who were younger didn't even watch that show, therefore didn't get that clip, and now here it is running around again to a whole new audience.
Danny, was that on your radar, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or was that a little bit before your time?
No, that was actually one of the shows that I did. That was kind of like our American Idol back in the day. Like when I was probably middle school, I remember watching the one with Regis, because it was and it was always a big thing for us, especially in New Mexico, because not on the map. When there was somebody from your town there, it was like everyone tuned in.
Oh, even around here, I remember Washington, Washington resident is going to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And it was a prime time spectacle for what, like a year?
Yeah.
More than that, I feel like.
You think more?
I think it was like 2 years at least.
Okay, because eventually it kind of wore thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. But everybody started doing it. I think there was an Eastern Indian version that was done because that was featured in the movie Slumdog Millionaire.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So
that was the whole premise. The whole start of the movie was that, right?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Millionaire.
Yeah. And, very, very obviously a super popular show, which, led to a lot of other shows. I like Howie's Deal or No Deal. That was a good one, too.
Deal or No Deal was really good.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the suitcases?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that show.
They still have those at like Dave & Buster's.
Oh man, with the suitcase models come to David? What?
No, they're on it's like a big like video game, and
I thought they're actually there.
Yeah, no, but they have like the video game where they have all the models, and you choose different cases, and you win tickets.
I think there was a Washington girl that was one of the models. I remember that being kind of a thing at the time.
Oh yeah.
And then always a conversation for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was like, who would you have as your lifeline?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right, because you could phone a friend, have a lifeline, all that good stuff.
I love that show.
What was it? Ask the audience, phone a friend, and
then was it Lifeline? Or was that? Or are those lifelines?
Those are the lifelines.
Oh yeah.
And there's like one more. I think it was like eliminate 2 options or something.
Or cut off a finger for the answer.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And you know what? We should play this one more time if you just joined us because it's a great line. The reason we're talking about this is because this is a classic piece from 11 years ago that people are basically spreading around again. It's going viral, and you can see this on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
Though most planets are named after Roman deities, what is the only one named for a figure in Greek mythology? Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus.
Jupiter is Roman, I believe. I can't even put a finger on Uranus. Oh. You're going to cut that out. That'll be edited, I'm sure. Okay.
No, it's not being edited.
I didn't even just say that on television. Okay.
Just a classic.
Dude, when it was like really popular, it was such a dumb bit, but I thought it was such a brilliant idea at the time. My old show, we made a bit, the spoof on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but it was Who Wants to Be an Apostle, and it was hosted by Jesus Philbin.
Oh, Jesus!
And playing the voice of Jesus Philbin was Spike from Bob, Spike, and Joe.
Oh, that's fantastic!
He did a really good Regis Philbin or Philbin or whatever his last name is impression.
Yeah.
And it was just such an awful.
Was it really bad?
Yeah, Jesus is hosting a game show.
Yeah.
What could go right with that, BJ?
I wish you still had some of that. I'd love to play that.
I'll have to look. I might still have that. It was uncomfortably long, the bit, though.
Of course it was.
It went way too... It was like a 4-minute bit that should have been maybe a minute.
All right, well, we'll play some highlights of that if you find it.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that. It was kind of cringy, but the premise was kind of funny. Like, someone was trying to become an apostle, and they had to call a friend. I think it was like Moses.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was so stupid.
Oh, wow. That's great. I love when you take shots like that. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, some people might get offended, but I think that's funny.
Oh, it was stupid.
Yeah. Update, it looks like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was canceled in 2019.
Oh, I guess that's why I've never been on the show.
Yeah.
I've been trying.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's still a lot. I didn't even realize it was around in 2019.
Yeah.
Someone said I would use Steve as my lifeline because look at his record on Beat Makes. Chances are he has some pieces of information up his Uranus.
It's very possible. I just can't put a finger on it.
Yeah.
We got an airline that lost a man's leg. Okay. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit max.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now? Well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Palace Law for giving us the Migs Report. And today is the day to recognize how awesome of a person I am.
Oh, really?
It's World Ego Awareness Day. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Recognize. Acknowledge me, Roman Reigns would say.
What a very interesting day.
Maybe you can enjoy yourself a Hostess Cupcake as well today because, shockingly, it's Hostess Cupcake Day, BJ.
All right, look, I will give them their due, even though you know me, I like Mrs. Freshley's cupcakes.
Well, you know what, though? You can enjoy Mrs. Freshley's as well because today, this might be the greatest day. And I wish it actually meant that like it wouldn't even affect you around the waistline, but it's Eat What You Want Day. So today's the day. You eat whatever you want. What are you eating?
Is today the day? Oh, well, I'm going to do it then. I'm going to head over to Mod Pizza, baby.
Oh, get some no-name cakes and eat some pizza?
Yes, sir.
All right, Danny. You're eating what you want.
Oh, you know what? It's been a long time, and I'm going to go down your route, Trapper Sushi. Let's go.
That's a great one. All you can eat.
All you can eat.
The dinner version. Yeah. Might as well go crazy. Spend an extra couple bucks, and then you get everything on the menu.
So good.
You do.
So good.
And now we can even leave state and enjoy some Trapper Sushi. They're taking over the world, baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Arizona and Texas, I think.
You know what? I'm happy because I go down to Arizona, too, so.
You have to go to Trappers in Arizona.
I want to try it.
You absolutely have to. That'd be so awesome.
I know it would.
You know what? Mine's kind of dumb, but I always see it, and I'm like, I would love to just polish one of these giant buckets of those pretzel nuggets that you see at, like, QFC or Safeway. You ever see those?
I don't know
pretzel
if I do.
Buckets.
It's like a big bucket of just like the pretzel nuggets.
See, I know you
soft pretzel balls.
You focus in on those,
yeah.
And I don't think I've seen them.
Oh, they're kind of in the bread section typically, and they're actually a lot of times near the pretzel buns. And it's just like a clear bucket that has like 30 of those soft pretzel nuggets in there.
I do love soft pretzel nuggets.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you going to have as a side with them?
Nothing. Just
that's right. You don't do dipping.
My tears of happiness.
Yeah, I got to dip in some.
Oh, I would, if I had to dip it into something, I'm a fan of just good yellow mustard.
Ooh. Not even the Dijon, huh?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not a poupon man.
No, I'm not fancy, man. I'm real. I keep it real. I'm living on the streets with my yellow mustard.
Yeah.
And salt, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, man. I just want to... I always see those. I'm like, if I got it, I would not be able to stop. And it's like 5 of those, like those nuggets is considered a serving size.
They're high.
And I'm like, there's more than 5 in here. Yeah. I'm eating them all, baby.
I feel like, look, a container is a serving. That's how I always view it.
I do love that somebody put together a poll where they matched up different foods and people had to vote on one or the either. So I want to see what you guys think.
Oh, okay.
Sandwich or a burger? Which one are you going?
Burger.
Burger as well. Okay. Yeah. 60% said burger. 100% in this room said burger.
But then there's tuna salad. There's the tuna melt.
No, you already answered.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, you can't take it back down.
Yeah, it's quick. Knee-jerk reaction.
Well, I mean, I do like burgers, so I'm not going to complain.
Oh, this is a tough one. Pizza or French fries?
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah, it's actually not that tough. Pizza as well.
But I do love French fries.
Yeah. All right. Pepperoni pizza or plain cheese pizza?
Ooh, pepperoni.
Cheese.
Interesting.
Look at us. We finally have found a divide.
Yeah.
Danny, you're the weirdo.
I don't mind pepperoni is not my favorite pizza topping. That's the thing.
I do. I love it. I love that little spice.
And that one's 50% each. All right. This one actually tied at 50% as well, which blows my mind because I think it's a no-brainer. It should be 100% one as opposed to the other. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Yeah, waffles.
Yeah, pancakes are just there if you don't have waffles.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah. They hold the syrup better and the butter. I mean, it's just a better overall
Good
thing.
crunch to it, too, if it's done right.
Yeah. And if you get that whipped cream with the Belgian style, come on.
Put a scoop of ice cream on top of it, and forget about it. All right, cake or cupcakes?
Danny's
man. Not a sweets guy.
Yeah, he isn't. That is a tough one, isn't it?
I think it's pretty easy. I'm going cupcakes.
Yeah, I think cupcakes, too.
Yeah, I have to say a good piece of cake, though, is pretty darn good.
Well, BJ, you're in the majority. 53% said cake.
Yeah, not much of a majority, though. That's close to being split.
I like that they put these two together because I guess kind of sort of you hold them the same way. Tacos or hot dogs?
Tacos.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, tacos. Boy, though, a good hot dog, though, dude.
Unless it's a brat. I don't really want it.
Oh, man, the ballpark hot dogs are just, I mean, and then the way they make them down, like on those hot dog places on Occidental.
Yeah. They're not wrong. But
I mean, neither one's a bad call.
Yeah. I'm going to go hot dogs. I hate to hate, I mean, and I love tacos, too, but I think I got to go hot dogs.
Because you got them thrown at your face.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Don't kink shame. All right, this one is the most important one of them all. Broccoli or cauliflower?
Broccoli.
Wow, broccoli.
Cauliflower, baby.
Wow.
Delicious. But you know what? I'm in the minority. 78% said broccoli.
Unless you have that Korean style, is it Korean style broccoli that Joey serves as an appetizer?
I don't know. And I'm basing
it's
this
fried and it's got great spices on it. It's an amazing appetizer at Joey's.
And my selection is only based on them being cooked.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, cooked, yeah.
Uncooked, I'm going with broccoli.
Yeah.
If I had to pick. I don't want either.
But cooked broccoli with the cheese is pretty damn good too, buddy.
Solid point. All right, let's head on over to St. Louis where there's a guy not very happy with American Airlines. The reason why? They lost his luggage. And inside of his luggage was his $26,000 prosthetic leg. Okay. And according to him, they refused to reimburse him. Here's Michael, the guy who lost his leg, telling his side of the story.
Dealing with a prosthetic leg is not as easy as people think it is. You can't do this to somebody that's disabled. Just say, hey, we lost something of yours, but we're not going to pay for it. The special made leg, I put it in my suitcase. When I get to St. Louis Airport, I'm sitting there waiting for my luggage to come off and never comes off. $26,000. When you find the one that works, that's the one you want to hold on to.
Okay. I think we have the same thought, BJ.
Maybe not. Actually, I want to hear Danny's thought because he might not have the same thought as me. Go ahead, Danny.
They literally tell you do not put anything of importance in your check-in luggage before you get in the plane. Like medicines, eye drops, glasses, anything you might need. Make sure you keep it on you. I would not put a $26,000 leg in my carry-on or my check-on luggage.
You're right about that. You got to overhead that. Or
just wear it.
Wear it. Yeah, what are you doing?
And then take it off when you get on the plane. It can be a fun trick. Be like when you hit turbulence, like, oh my God, I lost my leg.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of fun games you can play with everyone on the plane. But
on the other side, dear United Airlines.
Or American Airlines.
Oh, it's American. Sorry. Okay. Dear American Airlines, you got a dude who has no leg. And now he's all over the place saying your name and you lost his leg. You don't win here. American, you just don't win.
Yeah, and you know what? If you said he lost his $26,000 watch, people would be like, sucks for you, but probably have the same mindset of Danny. Like, why'd you put your $26,000 watch in your luggage? But because it's his leg, it does change the game a little bit.
Yeah, it does. I mean, look, it would be, a lot of us know, a lot of us are savvy, but again, I mean, they tell you, you lose luggage, it does suck, and they say, we'll take care of it for you. I mean, this is a big deal for this guy.
I'll be honest, this guy needs to put his foot down and they say, I want my money. They did send him $600 for lost clothing, so.
Did they really?
Yeah.
No, they did not.
You could say you could on the. Yeah, they did.
So they did.
That's a joke I'm not going to do.
Oh, okay.
So not needing one of the pant legs.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, so he could go double in that one. Well, the fact that they even sent him something saying that we were in the wrong, he is so going to get that money.
He has a leg up on them?
Yeah, he does.
He definitely does.
He surely does. Yeah. Okay. This case doesn't have legs? Is that what we're going to keep going?
I can't stand on it.
Yeah.
I can't stand this conversation personally.
Oh, you really can't?
No. Let's move on to porn.
Oh, that's better.
There's a guy in Florida. I think if you're ever going to start a GoFundMe for somebody, the people of Florida might want to start a GoFundMe to purchase this man a set of headphones because, cops were called to an apartment complex because they noticed that a guy was hanging outside the community pool watching porn with his pants down. And the only reason why they noticed is that his cell phone was connected to a Bluetooth speaker that blasts out to the entire neighborhood.
Why? On every level, dude, what is wrong with you?
The cops showed up, and I have to give him credit. The man gave the greatest reason why he did it. It's the most honest answer, BJ. They're like, why did you decide to just, pull your junk out and do what you did and listen to porn at full volume? He said, I tend to do stupid things when I'm drunk.
Again, drunk.
Yes.
Good for him, though, because a lot of times when I'm drunk enough to do stupid things, sometimes you can't get that part of your working.
I tend to do, maybe that's why it took so long.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. All right, tonight. Your Seattle crack. Woo! A lot of our rockaholics been texting because we played Lithium by Nirvana earlier, and they're all fired up because that's the goal-scoring song.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, somebody said I went to the Mariners game the other day. They played Lithium. It was so cool to hear the crowd sing, Let's Go Kraken at the parts of the song during the chorus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome.
We need the remix, baby.
We do.
Yeah. Kraken, Game 5 tonight. It's in Dallas, but you can watch it at Climate Pledge Arena if you RSVP'd and got yourself a ticket. I know, Danny, you're still on the fence about that, depending, I guess, on how your day goes.
Yeah, it's going to be. I was up late last night, so we'll see if I make it down to Climate Pledge. If not,
it's a late night to watch the game on a big
really
TV.
Is.
Yeah.
And especially deal with traffic. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
Parking, all that stuff.
Danny, why don't you just get real close to your television?
I might do that.
That's what I'm going to do.
And then you know what? If you want, I can have somebody. I'll come over and scream in your head.
I was going to say I'm going to conference call all of you. Let's go, crack!
I hope we have to do that a lot tonight.
I hope so too.
That would be pretty freaking awesome. Well, it's Game 5. It's in Dallas. You can watch it on TNT or at Climate Pledge Arena. That's going to be exciting, man, just to see how the team bounces back from a tough loss last night. How about the Oilers? Tied up the series 2 games apiece, beating the Vegas Golden Knights 4-1. The Maple Leafs avoided being swept thanks to a rookie. He was a brick wall.
He was a brick. Wow.
Because his name is Joseph Woll.
Oh, very nice.
Rookie goalie. They put him in first time starting in the playoffs. They had to do that because their goalie Samsonov was injured. And maybe you got to stick with the guy. He played great. 24 saves. Helped them win 2-1 over Florida. So now Florida has a 3-1 series lead. Tonight also the Devils are probably done taking on the Hurricanes. It's a 3-1 series lead for them. I'm not optimistic about that one whatsoever, BJ.
Oh boy.
They have not played well this series.
It's tough.
It's better if you just go home.
Yeah, sorry.
Or stay home. Mariners, it's better if they leave home. Tough loss.
Yeah.
Day game against the Rangers, losing 4-3. They're off today. They can reassess their life.
Our boy, our ace, our rock, El Rocco, or whatever, how we say his name? El Pietro, yeah, whatever. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he didn't. It wasn't like he was horrible.
I was going to say, I can never get mad at that guy.
They just can't. They can't score runs.
Plus, I got a bootleg City Connect jersey coming with his name on it, so I'll forever support him.
Yes,
that's the reason.
Yeah.
They're playing tomorrow night. They're in scenic Detroit, taking on the Detroit Tigers.
Yes.
Hey, weather, 71 degrees. It was a nice day yesterday, high 60s with the sun out. Felt great. Today, 71 degrees. Thanks to Snoqualmie Casino for giving us the Migs Report. That's what's up. And go Kraken.
Yeah, baby. Can I give you guys a crazy stat? Because we're talking baseball and it's just insane.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The New York Yankees, right?
Never heard of them.
They are in last place. And they're I think they're 8 or 9 games back in last place.
They are 8 games back.
Okay.
Yes.
You ready for this? The New York Yankees, in last place in their division, have a better record than 9 out of the 10 teams in the Central and West Division of our own league.
They'd be in second place in the AL West.
It's insane.
They have a 500 record, above 500 record.
Yeah, they're better than 9 of the other 10 teams in the other divisions. And in the National League, they are the Yankees, last place, 8 games back at first place. The Yankees have a better record than 12 of the 15 teams in the National League.
They'd be tied for first in the NL Central.
It's insane.
That is kind of crazy.
The American League East is an insane division. It is just out of it, all of the teams are above 500, and yet the last place team is above 500, 8 games back because the Rays are so insane. But that's
the Rays have yet to lose double digits. They're 29-9,
which is really unheard of this deep into May. It's just it's just a great start.
And then on the flip side, the Oakland A's have yet to win double digits. They're 8-30.
So what will happen first? Will the Rays lose double digits first, or will the A's win double digits first? That's the bet. That's the big bet in Vegas.
I'm willing to put money that the Rays are going to go double digits before the Oakland A's.
Oh, I might take you up on that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. What are we betting?
I might take you up on that.
Coffee?
Coffee? Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. I think that
oh, well, come on.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on. It's not even breakfast. It's just coffee.
Yeah, you know what? I could go for it. I think the A's could go on a streak.
All right, somebody please write that down.
All right, so you're saying the Rays are going to lose.
The Rays have to just lose 1 game.
And the A's have to win 2 games.
Two.
Yeah. You know what? This could happen.
Oh, I mean, absolutely could happen.
And the Rays are, I don't know
and
who.
The Devils could win their playoffs against the Hurricanes.
I don't know who the Rays are playing. As long as the Rays aren't playing the Braves, I think I'm in good shape.
Oh, that'd be so amazing. Actually, they're about to start a series with the Yankees.
Oh, wow. You know what? The Yankees are in last place. The Yankees, Judge just came back. I still take that bet because the Rays are an amazing team.
Whereas the Oakland A's just finished the series against the
who are they playing?
The Yankees, where they just lost yesterday 11-3.
Yeah.
The Texas Rangers.
Oh, I should have taken this bet.
Let's go. And coffee.
I might still get us breakfast.
Oh, nice.
I should just get it now. Really, there's no way I'm winning this bet.
Not opposed. I haven't had my cup of coffee yet.
Not opposed at all. All right. Yesterday, Steve did get this one wrong.
What flower plant does the vanilla flavor come from?
The vanilla flower.
No.
I don't know. Tulips?
No.
Rhododendrons.
No.
That's it?
Jeez, Steve,
You,
come
sir,
on.
you're a botanist, aren't you?
Hey,
You should
English,
be,
please.
You should be a florist, is what you should be. We were looking for orchids. That is where vanilla comes from. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Invest in your future on your schedule at Columbia College. Earn an accredited degree faster with 8-week classes starting 6 times a year. Go at your own pace as you build your future. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock
of Seattle. Ghost. That's what I'm talking about, Steve. Ghost.
Heard of them.
Yeah.
Great live band.
They're going to be at the WRA. Yeah, baby. What's that? I don't know. White River Amphitheater for people who never say it like that. August 8th is when they're going to be in town. You want to win tickets? Okay. Well, forget the WRA. How about the KISW? Those are the letters you need to know about.
And this is the easiest way to win ever. All you have to do is listen. You don't have to have a certain kind of game to play or anything. The game is listening, and the more you listen, the more chances you get at winning.
You know, I really am tired of the simplicity that you offer in my life.
I know.
Yeah, just log into KISW.com or log in and listen to KISW on the Odyssey app. AUDACY. Odyssey. You do that, and like Steve said, you get an entry for every hour you listen. You want more info? You know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the jam. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
minute.
Or as some people like to call it, Friday Junior.
Yeah.
Woo-woo!
Look who's here.
I know. I sound a little different than Vicky because Vicky is currently out of the country.
Yeah.
Woo!
Is she on the run?
No, it's not. It's nothing illegal.
She stole something.
She's visiting family. Nice. So that's why she's out of the country. Yeah, you're right. She could be on the run. Who knows? I mean, I don't.
We'll see if she ever comes back.
She has all those crafts. What if she's actually a drug runner hiding them in all of those crafts that she makes?
I was thinking more of a bank robber, but you never know.
If Vicky was that smart and could pull that off,
Ouch.
wow, I would have.
If Vicky was that smart.
I mean, like, to think about making crafts and putting the drugs in the crafts and somehow, smuggling them across the line.
Oh, I totally see. Vicky's quiet. She's a quiet person.
Right, she looks so innocent.
Those are the smart ones that do stuff like that.
I'm saying if she could pull it off, I would have a lot of props for her.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think she's doing it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Let's get to our contestant today. We have Charles from Spanaway. Charles, are you there?
Hi, Sarah. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you, Charles?
I'm good. Hey, Steve, it's retribution time. The first time we tied, you beat my butt last time. This time it's my turn.
Let's do it. Okay, Steve, get out.
Poor choice of term and words around Sarah, but it's the rubber match.
Oh.
I don't know what rubbers are.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you just get out, Steve?
Yeah, please. For those playing at home, Charles has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, Sarah. Let's do this.
Who directed and starred in the comedy Tropic Thunder?
Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
Pass.
Which Olympian has the most medals in history with 28 to their name?
That would be Bruce Jenner.
No.
Pass.
What is the oldest musical instrument?
Drum?
No.
Pass.
Which Korean sport translates to the way of the foot and the fist?
Jiu-jitsu?
No.
Judo?
No.
Pass.
Who interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech in 2009?
Kanye West.
Yes. What do bees consume to make honey?
Nectar.
Yes. Which company is the largest chocolate manufacturer in the United States?
Hershey's?
Yes. Which song was the first music video aired on MTV?
Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
Yes. What is the chemical name for table salt?
Sodium chloride.
Yes.
Sarah? I don't think he answered that question, the MTV. What was the answer to that MTV question?
Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
Okay, I heard your accent is what killed me. You got it.
Yeah, Charles got
I thought
that
he said
one.
the radio store, and I'm just like,
the radio.
That's I know.
No.
That's why I had to hear it again because I was like,
and he even got that.
Southern.
And BJ's old, so at
Yeah,
that
he
point,
can't hear very well.
I heard it. You didn't hear a little bit of an accent on that
Not
one?
at all.
Not at all. And he got the artist right too, so really he should get an extra point for
All
that.
right, fair enough.
Boom.
How many did you get right?
You got 5. Charles, you got 5
All right,
correct.
Half and half there.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous in the beginning for you.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Oh, look who's coming in wearing his retro jersey.
Yeah. Looking so good.
Look at the big star coming in here.
Retro, baby. Cracking game tonight.
Ooh, I'm already nervous for it just thinking about it.
I know.
This is
going to get a W.
Yeah.
Really? Steve, are you ready?
Release the Kraken.
Who directed and starred in the comedy Tropic Thunder?
Oh, Seth Rogen.
No.
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Wow. Shush. Jack Black.
No.
Oh.
Which Olympian has the most medals in history with 28 to their name?
Oh, what's that guy? The swimmer. Oh, crap.
Oh, dang it. Oh, Jack Black.
Shut up. Michael Johnson.
No.
Michael Long.
No.
Michael Phelps. How about
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
What is the oldest musical instrument?
the piano?
No.
The clarinet?
No.
The guitar?
No.
Oh.
Which Korean sport translates to the way of the foot and the fist?
Jiu-jitsu?
No.
Taekwondo?
Yes. Who
Nice
interrupted
job.
Taylor Swift's acceptance speech in 2009?
Kanye.
Yes.
He's gonna let her finish, though.
What do bees consume to make honey?
Pollen?
No.
Weed?
No.
That's it.
Hookers?
No.
Whoa.
Which company is the largest chocolate manufacturer in the United States?
Nestle.
No, my goodness gracious, Steve, you got
Hershey's.
There we go.
That's it.
Too late. 3 correct.
Wow.
That's 5-3.
I blame your father.
I do too.
He did not shut up. It was distracting.
Hey, I'm the Yanni Gord of this game. What do you want me to say?
It was extra today. I mean, you're usually annoying during the game, but it was just like extra annoying.
I've had a cup of coffee, so that could be.
Oh,
But
wow.
you know what, dude? It's part of the game, baby.
I'm trying to talk while someone just keeps going, wow. Wow.
Hey, man.
Wow.
You got to filter out the noise, buddy.
I feel like even without the distraction, though, I think you still would have lost.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, congratulations, sir.
Did you do that to Charles?
There's my good luck charm.
That's right.
More like BJ's your good luck charm.
I'll take it. And you know what? I'll take that. And I will take this, as a matter of fact, too. Hold on, kids. I mean,
Oh, man. Does anyone know who directed and starred in the comedy
yes,
Tropic
this
Thunder?
was a big controversy that was actually addressed recently by Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Because people, you know, if you remember, Robert Downey Jr. was in blackface, but he was actually playing an idiot in blackface, trying to. And he
It wasn't like stereotypical blackface. He was like colored his skin so that it would look like a black man.
Oh.
And people gave Robert Downey Jr., Ben Stiller a hard time. And Ben Stiller just said, look, man, I stand behind what we did. And if you watch the movie and the context of it all, we were not being disrespectful to anybody. It was, you know, and I really had a lot of respect for Ben Stiller because a lot of times you just don't want to get canceled and you acquiesce and apologize even if you really don't believe you did anything wrong. And he said, listen, I don't think I did anything wrong. You know, there are a lot of people that do stuff wrong and should have. I don't think that's me.
No, like you said, the context of it is why you're like, okay, I get what they're doing there. And it was like every year I feel like someone rediscovers the movie and is offended by it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's 2009. It was like 14 years ago.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you know, and if you're a person that really wants folks to be fair and really see your side of an argument, especially if you feel like you're a marginalized person, you have got to be reasonable because the people on the other side, if you're not reasonable, then they will just not want to be on your side for anything. You've got to be reasonable when we've got divisive things coming up. And I agree with him. He didn't, you got to watch the movie and realize this was not like some disrespectful crap that you would see way back in the day.
Right. So you eventually got Michael Phelps for the Olympian.
That was tough.
I thought that was kind of going to be a gimme. I think you always think of Michael Phelps with Olympic.
I was trying to get my brain to work while there was a loud wow going on in the background.
Wow.
As one person said, did Owen Wilson make an appearance?
That's a good point.
Does anyone know the oldest musical instrument?
I would say drums.
No, that was said.
Piano.
I said
that was said as well.
No. Wow.
See,
the
Danny?
flute.
The flute.
Of course.
Probably so easy to make.
Yeah, man, they made the flute before banging on stuff. I would like to go back in time and check that out. I feel like people banged on rocks and stuff before the flute.
Those
ever
aren't
came around.
drums.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Percussion, I would say. How about percussion?
When's the last time someone said, hey, I need some percussion on this song I'm writing? Okay, what kind of percussion? Tambourine, triangle? What are we talking? Rocks.
Yeah. Well, when did they start banging? Oh, they banged a long time in the caveman days.
It's the age of time.
You forget you're talking to an expert. I was
That's
around.
Right. You were there.
All right, so I'm just saying it's
and
wrong.
two, Charles got to that I think you actually would have got. Which song was the first music video aired on MTV?
That would be the Buggles' Video Killed the Radio Star.
Wow, yes. And you both got the artist. I was very impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the chemical name for table salt?
F-U.
Chemical name.
I know it now. I just want to see you do this. Okay. How are you going to go?
What's the second word?
What?
What's the second one then?
Sodium monoxide.
Okay. You know what?
Nitrate?
No.
It's chloride?
There we go. Okay, third
Well, I
try.
know it. No. You know what, sir?
Wow.
You are a fraud and a liar person.
Well, I thought I knew it because I thought the answer was just sodium.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Good try.
Wow.
Well, congratulations,
And by the way,
Charles.
Sarah, you guys should all know who did the 80s thing. Last Live Day, who did I dress as? I dressed as the Buggles dude. Video.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not remember
How
that?
am I the only one that remembers that?
Unbelievable.
And Charles apparently as
How
well.
could I remember that great costume?
It was the Buggles dude.
I think anyone under the age of like 40 were like, what is this?
Yeah, I thought you were just a chef.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, all of you a-holes, as I really put a lot of work into
I even knew the song. I had no idea who you were dressed as.
Well, you forget the video. The video, he looks just like he looks like a space-age chef. That's what he looks like. What do you want me to tell you? Okay, fine.
It was a deep cut.
Yeah, it was a deep cut, but it was the first video on MTV, and you saw the guy, space-age chef guy. All right, you know what? I can't talk to you people. You just don't respect culture.
You say that, but you're still going to talk to us.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have to talk to the audience.
How much we disrespect culture, you still talk to us.
I could just talk to the audience. I could talk to Jimmy out there listening.
Right.
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? These guys are a-holes, aren't they? Hey, Jimmy, there was a teacher that was arrested. Yeah. Not going to tell Steve about it, though, but I'll tell you. Apparently, there was something completely insane that this teacher allowed her student to do. And why did the teacher do this? So that she could fit in. I'll tell you what happened at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right. Another just amazing story about a substitute teacher.
Sometimes you hear these stories, you're like, are you just campaigning not to become a permanent teacher?
Yeah.
Like by doing the stupid things that they do?
Wow. I wonder if when we were growing up, if substitute teachers were this just ridiculous and we didn't know.
I remember some of my substitute teachers being pretty rotten. Like when they came in, you're like, easy day at school. We don't do anything.
Oh, yeah. And to be fair, substitutes don't necessarily want to be full-on teachers. A lot of times it's just like a part-time job that they're just temping for.
Then what the hell are they doing the rest of the time?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, to be a substitutes have to be on call.
You do, yeah.
You know, if a teacher's sick or whatever.
Yeah. They're probably making a lot of bad decisions when they're not substitute, because they make substitute. I feel like that's what they're doing their whole life, is making bad decisions.
So they're just partying until they get the call?
Yeah.
I feel like it, including this Jennifer Hale, substitute teacher arrested after letting a 7th grade student use her vape pen.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, you got germs and stuff like that. You got to buy it.
It's COVID. We're in a COVID world. You shouldn't be letting your students
get a different vape pen for the kid to have. Come on.
You should really be purchasing one for every student.
All right.
Pencils.
Yeah. Here's Jennifer, who's not the same Jennifer. She's a mom of a middle school student where this all happened.
I never thought that a substitute teacher would give my child that or someone else's child any of that stuff.
Well, that's bad parenting. You should just assume that's what substitute teachers do.
Yeah, of course. What kind of parent are you?
No, it's not a weed vape pen, I'm imagining. It's just a vape pen.
I don't. You know what? They didn't get into the story, but I hope you're right about that, Steve. A weed vape pen would even be worse. Worse than it already is, but I mean...
It's pretty bad,
yeah. Vaping is...
Why would you think that's a smart thing to do with a 7th grader? So is that 12 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, yeah, 12 years old. I mean, they're ready. They're ready to go out there and basically run a business at 12. Come on.
Dude, I don't know. My girlfriend works with a lot of, middle school age kids, and she's like, the amount of kids who vape in middle school is ridiculous.
Oh, that's just insane.
Yeah, she constantly is confiscating them.
Yeah, but you know what? Look. When I was growing up, the amount of kids that smoked in middle school and junior high school, there were a lot of them.
There were a lot? See, we had a couple. And we were like, what's wrong with that guy? He's smoking.
Your generation started really getting the message that you shouldn't be smoking.
There were still a few people that thought it was quote-unquote cool. But for the most part, we were just like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, my generation, we hadn't got the message yet because everybody's parents smoked. So they hadn't come down on it yet the way they had, by the time you were a kid.
See, and oddly enough, I feel like my generation was the complete opposite. It was like the coolness had come back because I know all of my friends smoked cigarettes. But then I also feel like my generation was the one that kind of pushed the vape thing. It's just nicotine, because that's where all of a sudden almost everyone I know vapes these days, and it's like, what is happening?
That is insane.
Yeah,
that really is insane. But then you see all the smoke shops, and you go, okay, it makes a lot of sense.
Giant machines that they hold that they vape, and it has enough smoke that covers the entire city when they spit it out.
Yeah.
Still, your question's a fair one, Steve. Why the hell would this teacher do this? Why would she give a 12-year-old her vape pen? And here's Police Chief Craig Capri talking about the excuse the substitute teacher gave for letting this 12-year-old have her vape pen.
You can't do this. You just can't do it. I mean, this should be common sense. So she has a responsibility to that classroom to protect kids, not abuse them. And her response was she just wanted to fit in.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
You're a teacher.
I get it. Wanting to, fit in since you're the sub or whatever, I guess. But boy, oh boy, if that really is the excuse and just not a lame-ass excuse, what is wrong in your head?
I feel like there's a lot less harmful ways to fit in. Like, hey, what's your guys' favorite song right now? All right, we'll listen to it and then we'll do our class stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why that was my first thought, but that seems a little bit better than being like, you vape, bra?
Feel like it is. Feel like a song isn't going to hurt you the way maybe like getting into a nicotine habit would.
Unbelievable. To fit in. You're a teacher.
Yeah. I mean, the idea is you're not supposed to fit in. You're really you're supposed to be an authority figure over those people. I mean, it sucks, but that's what you're supposed to be.
It's like a parent saying, "Oh yeah, let my kid drink at the age of 12. I wanted her to fit in."
Yeah, it's
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So yeah, a substitute teacher let a 7th grader use her vape pen, and then the teacher said she did that to fit in. All right, look, we can say she's a moron, sure, but I will say this. We have all done stuff to try to fit in, and some ridiculous stuff. I get that whole aspect of life. You want to be in the tribe. You want to be in the group. So how about you? We want you to be honest. What stupid thing did you do to fit in? Let's see if you can top the substitute teacher. 206-803-ROCK. What stupid thing did you do to fit in?
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com. Nobody said adulting would be easy. Between work, family, chores, and activities, life can get real messy real fast. Good thing there's Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Simple Green tackles even the toughest cleanup jobs in every room of your house. Simple Green has been a trusted cleaning brand for nearly 50 years, and it's now available in both lemon and lavender scents. So you get a cleaner that not only works hard, but leaves your home smelling fresh. Even better, Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner is U.S. EPA Safer Choice certified for use around people, pets, and plants. Stronger, safer, fresher. That's the cleaning experience we all want, right? When life gets messy, Simple Green gets it clean. This stuff literally removes dirt, grease, and stains from any washable surface in your home. Visit simplegreen.com today to view their complete product lineup and discover where to buy in your area.
Invest in your future at Columbia College. Take that next step toward the career you've been dreaming of. From a leader in online learning for over 20 years, make a difference in your future with a degree from Columbia College. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Substitute teacher let a 7th grader use her vape pen, and the teacher said she did it to fit in. So based on this, we want you to be honest.
I want to know how old this teacher was.
That's a good question.
If she's like 21, still stupid, but I mean, all right, you're just dumb. You need some more years in you.
I'm positive that's what it was.
If this is like a 40, 50-year-old substitute teacher, I'd be like, you just deserve to be smacked upside the head.
She could be in her 30s, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that,
you're right.
Yeah, she could be in her 30s because 21 isn't what it used to be. You're very juvenile at 21. It's not like 30, 40 years ago.
Not like when I was 21 where we did smart stuff.
Yeah, you were so amazing. But it's true. I mean, I guess maturity autonomy doesn't come until almost you're 30, where it used to be at 18 years old in our society. Again, it's not another positive thing to say about America these days. Kids just aren't they're just not as worldly as they used to be at certain ages. But that's the question then. Okay, no matter how old you were, what stupid thing did you do to fit in? 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Paul in West Seattle, you're on The Rock.
Greetings, fellow H-hole.
Hey, Paul. Welcome back. Nice classic on that one. What you got for us, buddy?
Well, when I was younger, I pulled a Mary Poppins and I jumped off a roof with an umbrella thinking I would fly. And I broke my leg.
Oh. And you did this to fit in, or did you just do this because you thought, hey, this should work?
I had all my neighborhood buddies over, and I just wanted to fit in. I was like, hey, I'll go first.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like were you like the youngest of that group of people, like the younger brother that was trying to do stupid stuff?
Believe it or not, I was the oldest.
Oh, wow. Wow. Because I was going to say, I connect with you because sometimes I would do stupid stuff as a kid trying to fit in with my brother and his friends, and it was like, it never worked.
So, dude, what did the parents say?
You're a dumbass.
Yeah. That's parenting, baby.
They weren't lying.
No, that's parenting, baby. Well,
looking back on it now, I'm like, yeah, you were a pretty stupid kid.
I hope so, Paul. It would be horrible if someone would look back on and go, God, I missed those days where I thought I could fly. I'll try again.
That'd be awesome. Paul was like, man, I missed. Yeah, I was really smart back then.
I think it's funny, though, because like I think that a lot of us can just look back at our childhood and be like, man, I was dumb when I did
so many
that.
dumb things.
Yeah.
I think it depends.
Oh.
I mean, I really do, because I would never do anything that like Paul did. I just never would. Yeah, I don't know if I was scared. I don't know by the way my brain is wired. You couldn't get me to do that.
There was one that I thought of, and I'm glad I never did it. But we had a bunch of friends. It was a stupid term, but everyone was doing to fit in. If you were dating a girl or like started like, and this is in like junior high and high school, the thing to do was to take like a razor blade and carve her initials into your body.
Oh!
Into your arm.
Yeah.
Right? So I, thankfully, had no game, had no girls.
Yeah.
But I wanted to fit in. So there was a day where I remember it was in junior high school. And I was like, I'm going to just carve random initials into my arm and make up a girlfriend. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm dating, Tanya Rose. TR, that's her.
Yeah, that's it.
I got the razor blade and I was like ready. And I got to my skin and I was like, I can't do this. This is a terrible idea.
Nice.
But I came so close.
Oh, dude, that's the thing.
Touching my skin, and I'm like, A, why am I doing this?
Yes.
And B, I don't even have a girlfriend. I'm making up initials to put into my skin. Like, there was a moment of clarity that I'm so glad I had, because I don't know if those scars would last for a long time. I mean, I have no idea. But imagine having a lifelong scar of like TR, and people are like, what's the story behind the TR on your arm? And I'm like, well, I was a loser, but I made up a fake girlfriend and then carved my fake girlfriend's initials in my arm.
See, ours wasn't the carving, ours was the burning. So you would get a paper clip and do it at the initials, and then you'd burn it with lighters until it was hot enough, and then you'd brand yourself.
Why are we doing this?
Because we're stupid people.
Yeah. But this is really bad.
I would argue that you should have put RP, though. For Rosie Palmer. That makes a great story.
You know what? That would have
then at least people can laugh and go, RP. That's so, like you were sort of like Easter egging everybody else if they really wanted to do that.
And then I could be like, I'm still with my junior high school sweetheart.
RP
forever.
Still with me.
Yeah.
That's
as long as my hands are on me.
And Danny, don't forget, you can burn yourself with RP as well.
Oh, okay.
Burn it into you, baby.
So we're branding each other. We're carving initials. What a stupid.
Well, I never did the branding either. The same kind of thing as like, I don't care how cool it was. I was
Did
just
you get close?
No, I saw it and I was just like, this is dumb. But that was in high school.
Yeah.
So I was a little smart.
What a weird proclamation of I'm with you.
Yeah. This is why everybody hated me, because I said that was stupid, all those things. I'm like, no, and nobody wanted me in their group. They go, you don't belong in the group. I go, who wants to be in this stupid group? You people are idiots.
But there was like a lot of people in my school.
I know, you're right. I was the
scars.
Odd man. Dude, I was always the odd man out going, why am I the only human being that thinks this way and everybody else thinks it's a great idea?
Yeah.
I'm like, how's my brain not, like, what is wrong with me? And as it turns out, upon further review, who is going to want to do this stuff to themselves?
Idiots.
There you go. Let's go to Matthew in Woodinville. Matthew, you are on the rock.
BJ Shea.
Hookers. All right, Matthew.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, buddy. All right, what stupid thing did you do to fit in?
So Migs will appreciate this. I let a girl pierce my nose by hand in the stands of a hockey game.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't even.
Was it an NHL game?
Oh.
No, it was junior hockey. It was in Sun Valley, Idaho, so whatever team they had at the time.
Oh,
the Idaho nose piercers.
What the F is wrong with her?
She put her finger up my nose and pulled the stud earring out of her ear and then stuck it through the side of my nose.
Oh, that's hot. Not even a needle, huh?
No!
No, it was just the dull stud earring, rounded off,
Oh, man, because I was picturing like she had like a safety pin and like used a lighter or something at least. No, she went pretty gnarly on you.
Dude.
You could hear it and feel it pop through each leg.
Oh, no, dude.
Side of the nose.
No. How long were you with her after that?
We didn't even get together that night.
I was going to say, what base did you get to after doing something like that?
I got beers bought for me because we sat in the white trash and everything, and they bought beers for me for the night.
Bro, I'd buy you a beer if I saw you do that as
But
well.
there was no action? You didn't even get any physicality out of this?
I think all the blood kind of turned her off, I think.
Oh, my God. And how long? And how long?
What if that was her way? Like, she's like, I don't want to have sex with this guy.
Oh, good call.
How's your nose piercing doing these days?
Yeah. Did you keep the nose piercing, Matthew?
I had to come out the next morning because I had to go to work.
Oh, wait, how old were you when this was going down?
This was in the early 90s. I was, 22 at the time?
Yeah, 22. Yeah. See what I said? At 20, see, I'm telling you.
Stupid stuff.
You do stupid stuff until I think maybe you hit your mid-30s now. I really do. Whereas, she's going to get such a verbal tirade from me for even bringing it up. Hey, here's an idea. Oh, I'm just like, I remember, you remember when the Jackass people went out and did their thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was at, Samuel Adams used to have this real cool thing where they would basically have all these radio stations come out. And then it was sort of like Radio Row for any wrestling event or for a sporting event. Samuel Adams just said, we're going to have a Radio Row thing.
Samuel L. Jackson
was there.
Vibe.
He showed up.
But
it would not be FCC friendly.
But there were so many great guests that they would bring in for this big their Summer Ale Fest, whatever the heck it was, their beer fest. And so Jackass folks were there. Steve O, and then I forget who the woman was. It was also like the female Jackass person that would run around with them, Stephanie or something.
I don't remember.
But she did this thing with, I guess, every radio personality, and it was oblivious to me, where she says, I want to do a trick. Close your eyes and open your mouth. And I'm like, what? And, like, don't worry, it's not a problem. Then she basically leans in to kiss me, but rather than kiss me, she basically takes my upper lip and bites through it.
Oh.
And I lost my S on her. Like, the look on her face, like she was just like, I have never had anybody have this bad reaction, because I'm like, I'm in my 40s at the time. So I like, lady, I am way too old for this S. What the F are you doing? I mean, and it was just like, when people do stupid stuff like that and it's pain, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am so out, and I don't. I remember the look on her face, and even Steve O was like, "Wow, this guy really didn't like that."
Hey, did a bad idea right there.
Yeah, I was just like, "Who the F are wrong? What is wrong with you people?" Jesus, you're the morons that do this stuff to yourselves. You don't do this stuff to me. Get the F out of here.
The one I can think of that I actually did follow through on, which was kind of stupid. There was a period in our time, all my buddies, like, where like the trend was like getting like lines shaved into your hair and things like that. So like we did that, but then I did the line shade into the eyebrows. Because my friends were doing it. Like, I don't know what we were becoming.
That trend's back too, by the way.
I know.
Is it really?
Yeah.
But I remember like my parents seeing that, like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, what did you? And, you can't. What are they gonna do? Like, shave the rest of your eyebrow off? So now you're just stuck with these lines until it grows back in.
Awesome.
It's so stupid. But like, we all thought we were the coolest.
Of course you were.
Well, yeah, that was the thing.
Spoiler: we weren't.
You weren't? Well, it's just like me with all of my Saturday Night Fever outfits that I wore to school, thinking everyone would be wearing them, and I was the only one wearing disco style.
Oh, that's fair.
It was bad.
See, mine was the Jinko jeans, and those were they were the popular baggy jeans, and so my mom couldn't afford Jinko jeans, so I would just get the Kmart brand, and I would just unbutton my pants to make them sag. Yeah, no, and I would make them sag, so my butt was hanging out. But one time I let them go too much, and my pants just fell down in the middle of the day.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Those are janky jeans is what you had.
Wasn't fitting in.
Jinko jeans were way too expensive for how awful they looked, too.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Again.
I had one pair, and I thought I was so fired up. I wore them once. And I felt like I just felt like an idiot in them.
I think anybody gets to look back at their old pictures to realize what an idiot they were because of the money they spent for that look that is completely ridiculous.
And it never came back, shockingly.
Oh, really?
They tried to bring it back a few years ago.
But the eyebrow thing is back, Steve. Do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Shave the eyebrow.
Please do it, dude. Just because, number one, I want you to do it, and then I want live video of your wife looking at you when you do it.
I kind of want to do it and not tell her and act like as if nothing's ever happened. What are you talking about?
Please do this and please record it.
You went from your parents hating it to your wife hating it.
Yeah. Woo! The story really hasn't changed.
The circle is complete. Someone just put together a list of the strange things that we ask ChatGPT. I got a friend actually that's kind of annoying me on Facebook because every day it's ChatGPT and like they ask a question.
Oh, and they post the answer?
And then here's what ChatGPT had to say.
People are getting a little crazy with this.
Every freaking day. And I'm just like, do you not have a job? You really should have a job. I want to call your company and tell them how much they're overpaying you because you're doing this stupid thing on Facebook. But yes, here's a list of the strange things that we ask on ChatGPT. And how weird are we getting? Oh, I'm going to tell you at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Invest in your future on your schedule at Columbia College. Earn an accredited degree faster with 8-week classes starting 6 times a year. Go at your own pace as you build your future. Learn more at yourfuture.ccis.edu.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. I love the country music family. I love the country music family of artists and the country music family of songs. Some of the greatest artists to ever grace music are under the flag of country music. And some of the greatest songs in music history are under the flag of country music. The Big 615, you're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. And I think the country music family is one of those families that is very inclusive and wants both the established artists and the new artists to be side by side in this thing we call country music.
Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Someone asked ChatGPT to name the most common questions people have asked.
Oh, boy.
And,
Do you have emotions?
Oh, good one. But you know what? This was more about themselves, really.
Okay.
The number one is, I guess, kind of cool just to see what ChatGPT says. What's the meaning of life?
What's the meaning of life?
That would be interesting to hear the answer to that because I love philosophy and stuff like that. So I'd be interested to hear what the computers think, what Skynet thinks about that.
Well, I can ask my Snapchat.
Okay.
Because it's got the My AI. I don't have ChatGPT. I wasn't able to get in on the ground floor. So.
Yeah.
Now my AI says the meaning of life is subjective and varies from person to person. It's up to you to find your own purpose and meaning.
There is wisdom in that.
Deep, man.
Yeah.
Here we are now siding with the robots, bro.
I am so siding with the robots.
So I'll tell them, great answer.
That's a great answer.
Because I'm still trying to stay on my good side. There are many times I want to tell my AI to F off, but I know I can't.
Well, think about this, Steve.
He said thanks.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Think about that answer. Like, the meaning of life is basically, you know what? It's unique to you. You are going to find your own way, and it's not going to be the same as anybody else's.
Yes.
So,
and I think the best moment is when you realize that it isn't trying to satisfy others, and then all of a sudden life gets a lot better, in my opinion.
Well, it's not a bad opinion from a mental health standpoint, because that's kind of what they tell you.
I did throw it into Chat GPT since I did get on the ground floor.
Well, fancy game.
I have my pinky up, and it gave a much longer explanation than.
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
I'm more of a fan of my AI.
Yeah.
I'm starting to appreciate the grass is not greener.
It gave me bullet points. And then,
can you nutshell it? Is it basically what Steve's AI said? Just like, find your own way?
Yeah, can we hear a couple of things in there? Like any examples?
What's the meaning of life?
It's basically like
ChatGPT?
this has been an existential question that's been debated for centuries. Here are some of the common meaning of life, or what some of it says: religious or spiritual meaning. Many people find meaning in life through religious or spiritual beliefs. 2, personal fulfillment and happiness. Some individuals, you get the idea.
But it's Steve's. Yeah. You know what? That's your answer.
My answer is way better.
Yeah, it's the same thing. What ChatGPT is saying, here are all the ways that people find, and as we know, how many philosophies and religions are out there, and then within those religions, how many people are doing it their own way anyway. Mm-hmm. Nobody is following their church the way everybody follows their church. They got their own thing, and well, that's what Steve's guy, it just said that. It said, do your own thing, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
And a lot smaller of a response.
Yeah, way quicker, couple sentences, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
The computers, the ChatGPT and your, was it My AI?
My AI, yeah.
Yeah. If people could just look at My AI every time they're about to get into any heated discussion about the 3 big topics you're not supposed to get in discussions with at parties, politics, sex, religion, and you go...
The fun ones.
If somebody just goes, hey, let me talk about subject A, and Steve, you could just pull your phone out and go, oh, here's my opinion from... And it's that, just find your own way, dude, and know that it's not going to be my way, but we still can hang out together.
Yeah, my Snapchat told me...
I mean, it's so simple. I mean, you and I could go watch a hockey game and have completely different viewpoints about how life should be for each other, like for ourselves.
Right.
But we still could go to a hockey game.
We can still cheer on Yanni Gord.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, and boy, that's great advice, man. Good job. Good job, ChatGPT. Good job, AI. You don't think so? Yeah, that's I think it's great advice.
Robot, and that's what I have to say.
Oh, really?
He loves sci-fi.
Wow.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Or an alien.
Okay. You don't forget where the robots get this from originally, though. It's our ideas. He's just going to the internet getting it.
He's just getting the best ones.
That's it. How about this? People have also asked ChatGPT some good ways to lose weight. How can I start a successful business? These are all good questions, but I want to know the weirdest questions that have been asked to ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
So it spit out the weirdest questions that's been asked.
Can you help me get laid?
Yeah. That's not a very weird question, Danny. That's a hopeless question.
Oh, gotcha.
I think Joe has been trying.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT said, I'll get back to you.
Does Joe's mic work anymore?
Even ChatGPT can't help me.
Yeah.
That's
it blew up. ChatGPT, like all the sci-fi shows, error. Can you help me write a love letter to a tree?
I just asked, and my AI said, sure, but what kind of tree is it, and what do you love about it?
Oh.
What's the Christmas tree?
A maple. Douglas fir.
Poinsettia?
Or what?
Or Douglas fir, yeah.
What about plum tree?
A plum tree?
Yeah.
You want to bang a plum tree?
Well.
All right.
And they taste good.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's see what it says. It's really thinking about this one.
Whoa, it's having a hard time.
Oh, my. It actually wrote, Dear Plum Tree, I hope this letter finds you well. I wanted to take a moment to express my appreciation for you. Your fruit is the highlight of my summer.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Your plums are juicy and sweet.
That does not sound right.
And they make my taste buds dance with joy.
Okay, then.
I look forward to picking your fruit every year, and I'm grateful for the nourishment and delight you provide. Thank you for being a beautiful and delicious part of my life. Sincerely, your name.
See, really, you did.
How does it not know my name?
Well,
It's in my user.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
My user. It says I'm Steve Migs.
Yeah, my AI is like, I don't got time to even know your name. I got business to do.
Thanks.
And again, see, you did really just ask if you get laid, and that's the same thing. You can write that to anyone.
You had no reason not to be able to send a sweet love letter to the person in your life anymore. I mean, you could easily just go, I want to write a love letter to something, and boom, there it is.
Or like, hey, I'm having a hard time writing a nice letter from a Mother's Day card. Ooh,
yeah.
I got to start using this for those things. Sometimes I
dude.
write the same thing every year, I feel.
Yeah, but your mom she'll be on to you. Like, what the hell happened to you, Steven? You never write stuff like this.
That's a good point. This is way too heartfelt.
Yeah, write it in my tone. And basically, the ChatGPT will just write everything you write every year.
You're
Happy Mother's
awesome.
Day.
Mom, you're the best. Thanks for bringing me into this world.
Mom, you rock.
Without you, so many people have been left without this greatness that is me.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually right.
It's a nice thing to write for Mom. Know that she contributed to greatness in the world. How about this weird question? If I could shrink myself down to the size of a pencil eraser, how many ants do you think I could take on in a fight? That's a great question for ChatGPT.
Clearly, a lot of people smoke weed and
Yes, they
write
do.
to their AI.
How about this one? Do aliens have their own languages? And could you translate them for me? Another weird question asked to ChatGPT.
Do you think, though, if there are aliens, that the artificial intelligence would know their language?
Ooh, well, if there is a deep, dark secret in this country where, in fact, at Area 51, we did find aliens and we dissected them, and therefore, obviously, if they were aliens, they probably had some sort of language within their spaceship, like this is controller, just like we do. Like, there would be a language to translate. So if all of a sudden it could scour everything, including the dark net, sure, it could find it out, right?
I mean, you would think, like, if that information is somewhere, even if it's hidden, do you think the Chat GPTs and the AIs have access to it?
Why not?
I don't know.
That would be really amazing if the government, because look, we know how the government in Washington couldn't even figure out how to, like they got scammed out of all that money when people were signing up for medical insurance. And it turns out with medical benefits, and then they got money, and Washington State got scammed the hell out of that. And so that was a governmental computer system that was basically hacked or made, basically taken advantage of. So why couldn't this go find a regular government computer and get the secrets?
Yeah, I wonder.
All right, ask. How about this? Can you help me find a unicorn?
Oh, no. Yeah, you need Doogie Howser to do that, don't you?
Yeah, it's a good point. If anyone's seen that movie.
I'm going to ask a simple question.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, but when you're talking about all that stuff, it just got me. How can I get rich by doing nothing?
Oh, wow. You got to marry someone who's rich.
Let's see what it says.
That's what I would say.
You think that's what it's going to say? Find a sugar mama?
Yeah, find a sugar mama. I mean, that's the story, right? You marry someone who's rich.
Uh-oh.
What does it say?
Man, this guy, I tell you, he's a father figure I didn't know I needed.
What did he say?
Getting rich without doing anything is not realistic. You need to put in hard work, dedication, and smart investments to build wealth.
Save that for when Tatum asks you that same question.
That's what I'm going to start doing. Hold on one second. Let me check with my advisor.
Dude, look, it is any spouse, any person that's ever married somebody of wealth and then divorced them, they did nothing. Right? Maybe they had to have sex with that person. Maybe they had to put up with them for a little bit. But literally, they didn't do any of that stuff, and they get half of the wealth.
So I just said, can I just marry a rich person?
Yeah, that's it.
Gosh. Dude.
What do you say?
Marrying someone for their money is not a healthy or sustainable way to build a relationship or a future. It's important to prioritize finding a partner who shares your values, interests, and goals rather than just their financial status.
Yeah, BJ.
Yeah. I mean, that's, pie in the sky stuff is nice, but come on, GT. How about this? Is it possible to train a hamster to play the guitar? I know the answer to that. Danny V.
Because I'm a hamster?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Just making sure.
Can you help me summon a demon? Oh, for all you Cthulians out there.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there are people that believe that,
I'm not asking my AI to do that.
Yeah, you're not going to do it?
No, I don't want to risk it.
Afraid?
Yeah.
Are you afraid? As long as you don't say Beetlejuice 3 times, you should be good.
I don't know.
All right.
I put it in. It says, "Can you help me summon a demon?" It says, "BJ Shea is already in the studio with
Oh!
me." Look out. See?
I have no problem being a demon, okay, buddy?
Oh, okay.
That means I can finally give you your comeuppance. How about this? Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? I've been asked a question like this before. I'd love to see what ChatGPT would say about that. And these are the weird questions that people ask ChatGPT.
I think I'm leaning towards 100 duck-sized horses.
Same.
Because I feel like I kick them and kick them and kick them and kick them.
Dude, I don't know. They're really strong.
Yeah, 100 of these friggin' things. Dude,
they're not that big.
There's a rabbit that's terrorizing people's neighborhoods. Just one rabbit.
Look, but what's the better option? A giant ass duck that's the size? I mean, that's like bigger than you.
I mean, ducks
it's only one that I got to worry about, as opposed
to a big ass one.
They're like the little friggin' horse ducks can be behind you.
Not if you back yourself up to a wall.
Okay, from what I know about great strategy, being backed up against the wall, not exactly a military strategy that's successful.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with BJ on this one. One big duck would
just one big duck horse.
Because then you just gotta get like one good shot in.
What if you don't?
Yeah, well.
And by the way,
then you're aft.
Understand that a big duck-sized horse is just not what it's cracked up to be anyway. ChatGPT can't give you that.
You should just go home.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, how about this one? If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Cats.
Giraffe.
Cats?
Cats would be the rudest.
What about the hyenas? Remember they're always laughing?
That wouldn't be rude, though.
They're laughing at your misfortune. Did you see the documentary
audience.
Lion King? Those hyenas were a-holes.
Are they laughing at us or with us?
Ooh, I think the hyenas are laughing at us.
No,
they do not look like buddies to me.
Says the stand-up comedian. You would have a built-in audience.
But they're not. They're waiting for me to die. Literally, bomb on stage, and they'll come eat me.
I think I'm kind of right with either cats or a giraffe.
Why would a giraffe be rude?
Oh, you have a big neck. I'm gonna be mad about that.
They have a big neck, so that makes you rude?
Yeah.
Now I got to look at a big neck person and go, how you treat me, big neck? What about that? That means a person's got no neck? They're like the greatest guy in the world?
Probably.
All right.
Yeah, I never really thought much into necks and how that makes you as a person. If
well, that's dandy for you.
I never.
I mean, you can't lay down. You have to get like a nice shirt.
Now I got to ask him. I'm going to ask my AI if giraffes are happy or mad.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that's really what it boils down to.
Are giraffes happy or mad? All right. Well, I can't wait for the answer where the AI goes, dude, I'm done answering your stupid questions.
I bet. Well, dude, oh God, I'm not the dumbest person. There.
No, but your AI itself. This is your personal AI. He might quit on you. AI. This is your personal Skynet. What if he just comes and assassinates you?
This guy's always got the answers.
What did he say about you and your...
It's difficult to know for sure how animals feel, but giraffes are social animals that live in groups and often display playful behaviors, which could suggest that they experience happiness.
And they're not rude, Danny.
All right.
Guys, did you hear the news, by the way, that's going to make you not want to even be a vegetarian anymore?
Okay.
Yeah, did you hear this?
What?
Dude, they finally found a microphone that can actually record the sounds that plants make. And apparently every time you cut them, they make a high-pitched noise. Dude, imagine if you could hear something crying every time you heard it, like while you're mowing the lawn. They said that plants could feel stuff, but now they have it on recording. Dude, that's a beating.
If you eat Doritos, they don't cry. You can be a vegetarian, just not eat vegetables.
Good point. Yeah, but pretty much that does take away your whole lifestyle. Everything is plant-based.
Yeah, poor broccoli.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't know what was coming until all of a sudden I put it in my mouth and squeezed down.
Dude, that would suck. What if like in 100 years they really go, dude, you're a horrible person for eating plants. What if they come up with that because they find out how much pain they're feeling?
To pigs. Well, then dude. My AI says, while plants don't have a nervous system or a brain, they can respond to the environment in various ways.
Well, they make a noise when they get popped. Dude, that ain't cool.
So I guess the weed kicked in for us today. AI is just making us all weird stoners. That's what we're trying to say. Okay.
Well, speaking of AI, how about this woman created an AI version of herself? And you know what, Steve? You asked to know how can you do nothing and make a lot of money? She's making $70,000 a week, and her AI's doing it.
Her AI must be hot.
Yeah. I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com. Nobody said adulting would be easy. Between work, family, chores, and activities, life can get real messy real fast. Good thing there's Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Simple Green tackles even the toughest cleanup jobs in every room of your house. Simple Green has been a trusted cleaning brand for nearly 50 years, and it's now available in both lemon and lavender scents. So you get a cleaner that not only works hard, but leaves your home smelling fresh. Even better, Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner is U.S. EPA Safer Choice certified for use around people, pets, and plants. Stronger, safer, fresher. That's the cleaning experience we all want, right? When life gets messy, Simple Green gets it clean. This stuff literally removes dirt, grease, and stains from any washable surface in your home. Visit simplegreen.com today to view their complete product lineup and discover where to buy in your area.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. There's a woman named Karen. Now, she spells it Caryn, so she doesn't get confused with Karens. Okay. I think it's a smart idea.
You think she changed it because of that?
I do.
I'm Karen, but not with a K, so don't worry. I'm not going to complain to your manager.
Now, Karen is a 23-year-old influencer with over 1.8 million followers on Snapchat.
How? Oh, she's hot, of course. What am I asking?
Yeah, you know what? If she wasn't hot, I would be really surprised. Yeah. Because isn't that really, you don't get influencers if you're, there you go.
Confirmed.
There you go. That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
There's Karen.
10 out of 10 on Yelp.
Yeah. And she just started charging $1 per minute not to talk to her. I see, this is where I'm old because it's like, why would you pay $1 a minute to do anything with her that isn't sort of like, Pornhub? Like, why are you paying? I don't understand.
Interaction.
Yeah. There's a lot of lonely people in the world, man.
Yeah, man. Just someone to talk to. I mean, there are people who go to gentlemen's clubs, spend a bunch of money, aren't even doing it for the reasons we might think. It's just someone to talk to.
That ain't healthy, man.
Well, it's that or a therapist. I think they picked the right one.
Really?
Which one looks better in a black light?
Yeah.
Your therapist or Crystal on the main stage?
Yeah.
They're both listening.
There is something to be said about that. So Karen charges $1 a minute not to talk to her, but instead to talk to an AI version of her. It's called Chatbot Karen AI, and she's billing it as a virtual girlfriend. Nice. Which I guess when you think about if we did have girlfriend robots that look like somebody, I guess we would get them and people would sell them.
I'm assuming you can have raunchy conversations. Is that part of it? I'd imagine
that makes me at least understand why people would do this.
So you're in a weird way, like, okay, it's her kind of. It's this hot chick and she's talking naughty to me, and it's only because I'm looking. I went on there on her page and clicked on it, and it's apparently there's already 6,000 members.
Oh, it's $1 what, an hour, she said?
Yeah.
$1 a minute.
$1 a minute.
6,000 members, and let's just say each one of them spends 10 minutes. Do the math on that. I don't know what it is.
Well, you said that she's making about $70,000 in a week, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. So that's how much she's making.
So she can make about $5 million a month.
Wow.
And apparently there's a wait list to join Karen AI.
Yep.
26-hour wait. So we can scoff at this all we want. But is this any crazier than like some of these NFT things that we hear about? Like, I don't understand any of this crap. And it's like, but people are spending money on it.
Dude,
Steve, hold on a second. I need to oil up your rocking chair. It's making a little noise over there.
I know. As it came out of my mouth, I go, that is a very,
that was fantastic.
That is a very dated.
You need to stop working with me. Osmosis is not your friend in this particular
NFT,
situation.
I don't understand any of that crap, but people are making hand over fist money in it.
Where's my money? Where's my FNNT thing?
So now we got these phony call girls.
That's what it is.
It's funny. I clicked on her website, and there's like at the bottom of it, there's like a press and inquiries. Like, if you want to have her on, I'm like, wait. What if we don't actually have her on?
What if it's her AI?
Her AI.
I find that more interesting. I would like to actually talk to the AI version of her just to see how cool it is.
$1 a minute, buddy.
Yeah. Well, not if we're giving her press. We're promoting her thing.
Yeah. No,
or is that no longer a thing we do in this world? Where we got
she cares.
Yeah,
okay,
she probably doesn't.
How it works is that you have real-time conversations through secure messaging. Enjoy private, personalized conversations with your favorite influencer. Our end-to-end encryption ensures chats remain confidential and uniquely yours. Experience the future of influencer interaction with Karen AI.
So it's not verbal, it's textual?
I feel like it's text, so I feel like you're going to have like cyber sex.
Nice.
Well,
That's my guess.
I would like to know if that's true. Like if in fact she will go down, like she's enabled it to go down the cyber sex road.
I'd imagine. Otherwise, how many minutes are you really going to get out of somebody having a conversation with them? Like, hey, you're hot. Thanks. What are you wearing? I don't. That doesn't compute. Log off. You know
Dude, I cannot tell you how pissed this makes me.
Why?
Because of the fact that, it's like they know sex sells, but then they demonize us for wanting to be sexual. And then, here's a better way to do it. Have sex with my avatar. That's okay.
It's
cyber sex.
Whatever. I mean, at some point it's going to be, it's going to go to the, it's going to go to the next level.
Oh, yeah. We'll have robot whorehouses.
So prostitution is bad, and yet this to me is just prostitution legally, like getting around the system. So prostitution really isn't bad. It is just that, you know what? It works for me, so I will take advantage of you for this.
Is it prostitution to pay to have cyber sex?
I believe it is, as far as you're paying to have sex.
But is it legally?
Oh, no, you're right. Legally, there's no problem.
Right, because I mean, I'd imagine on OnlyFans that some of these OnlyFans models say, "Hey, for X amount of dollars, you can have cyber conversations with me, whether it be video chat, text, whatever it may be, but you have to pay for that." That's not technically prostitution now, is it?
Yeah. You're right, Steve. I think that it's, prostitution is...
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. I think prostitution is because we know you can do the chat stuff, right? Girls have chat room, the chat, whatever they call those rooms that they're in where they're live. The live chat rooms. Yeah, the live chat rooms. And you basically say, hey, I would like to see this happen. And she can respond back, well, why don't you let me see this happen? And so all that's going on.
You want to see my tokens, you got to give me tokens.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not prostitution. But really, that's the key. The key is so hypocritical. If two consensual people would like to physically interact with each other, why do we have a law against that? I understand we want to protect human trafficking, but that's a whole different thing than just two people going, I'll pay you $40, and you'll say, why is that against the law?
All right, here's my next question then.
Here we go.
Okay, now, I guess I have to preface it by saying, okay, you're in a relationship where your significant other doesn't have problems with you looking at, pornography.
Okay.
Because I feel like if the significant other has problems with you looking at pornography, that'll just negate this entire conversation.
Exactly. We know there are people that just go, that's a deal breaker.
Right. So, but this situation, let's just say you're in a relationship, and they're like, I don't care if I'm not around, you want to watch some porn and take care of yourself, that's completely cool. I don't care. Is it cheating if you have cyber sex with an AI?
No.
That is a fantastic question, because that was always the thing.
Or is it
that
case by case?
There are women that draw the line, and men that draw the line at the fact that you can't do those chat rooms because you are kind of getting intimate with a person.
With a human.
And it's really happening.
But this isn't a human.
Yeah, that's a really great question.
I'm going to go with no. However, I think that you need to take a long look at your relationship and be like, why do I need to go to a bot to have
why are we getting down that therapeutic road there, Danny?
Yeah,
Come
we're not
on.
even. That's where I go, Danny.
I'm just saying.
You hang out too much with BJ.
Yeah, don't be. I see what you're saying, but even still, there are relationships that can be close and wonderful, and they are open. So, I mean, polyamorous relationships.
I'm not saying that they're not there, but I'm saying if it's just a normal relationship.
What if this is a poly-robotic relationship?
A poly-robot relationship.
Don't use the N-word.
Gotcha.
No, in other words, if it's more of a traditional situation.
How dare you?
Yeah.
But I would argue with Danny that the people that are in monogamous traditional relationships, they may be the one that actually, they are the ones that might have mental health issues, because
I agree.
Marriage and monogamy is a relatively new concept if you think about the history of humanity.
Yeah, but society doesn't think that.
Imagine coming home and then you find there's your significant other and they're on their thing and they're doing whatever they're doing and all this stuff.
Why did you have to use the motion of your hand
to make sure to
illustrate your conversation? I think we could get what you're doing, that you don't have to show me what it looks like when Steve's in the mood.
I talk with my hands. I can't help
don't want
it.
you to do anything with your hands. How about we make that deal?
All right, hands in my pockets.
Thank you.
You come home and there's your significant other just doing some stuff,
Now you bounce your head up and down like a perverted Julio Rodriguez bobblehead. I don't need to see that.
And then your significant other's like, who are you talking to?
Oh, my God.
And you're like, Karen. Who is Karen? Don't worry, it's artificial intelligence. It's not really.
You can take your hands out of your pocket, because I don't think you'd be still doing that business while fighting with your wife about this.
That'd be such a weird thing, man. Imagine finding out that your significant other's having cyber sex with a robot.
Yeah.
And yes,
I'd be like, why?
It's not cheating. It's kind of like porn, but it's more of interactive porn.
Dude, you got to watch the Lisa Ling episode, whatever the show she does.
Don't make me watch some weird sci-fi show.
No, it's a documentary. It's a real show where there's a couple that does just that. Like, he's got a dummy, and he goes down and hangs out with the dummy, even though he's married. He's got a whole. I mean, people do what they do, and if everybody's on board. Right?
Absolutely.
But that was a question. The original question was, Steve was saying, is it cheating if people aren't on board?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cheating.
I don't think it is.
It's cheating if it's breaking the rules of your deal.
Like, you make deals in life when you get married and go, here's the deals of our relationship. And that's what decides cheating is. And it's, Steve, like your ChatGPT said.
I was about to ask him. Yeah.
Everybody has their own unique way of living in life. And, that would be great if we could just be that way. Like, it's cheating for them, but it's not cheating for us. And guess what? That's cool for both parties because they both made that agreement, right? Is that too reasonable? Yeah. I'm sorry. You know what, Danny, it is, and they should be put to death. That's fine. How about that?
Do you think it's a good question to ask my AI? Is it cheating if you and I have cyber sex?
Oh, great question, because there it is.
All right, send it off.
Here we go.
Oh, what is it doing?
Oh, it's weird. It blocked me.
It just blocked you, man. You just got canceled by your own AI.
Oh, it says, I'm sorry, but I'm not capable of engaging in sexual activities in relationship with the users. It's important to remember that consent, respect, and open communication are essential components to any healthy and consensual sexual interaction, whether it's in person or online.
Okay.
So I should put my pants back on.
Yeah. And
you rock.
And Danny, I will say this. You're right, the fact that society does inform a lot of the things that we do. But remember, society used to have rules that were really, really bad. And people used to hide behind, well, society's doing it. So that's why we have to continue this procedure.
But how about this woman? She's a genius.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she's smart enough to create some kind of chat software AI. I'm sure maybe she has, if she didn't do it, she employed someone who was brilliant enough to make this happen. And now she just does whatever she wants to do while bringing in money, not even knowing what her robot version of herself is doing, and just let her go crazy.
And look,
that's nuts.
It sure is.
She's making money. I mean, that's legit. You are making money doing nothing. You set it up and you let it.
Your ChatGPT's wrong.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah. Set it and forget it,
Set
baby.
it and F it.
And I don't have a problem with her doing it. I feel like society needs to step up and understand that sex will always sell to pretty much every dude out there. Not every dude, but pretty much every dude loves sex. It's a part of our biology, and she has proven it with this system.
So here's my thing now. Because we have a lot of like celebrities or pseudo celebrities that like, and there's like,
baby,
maybe they're like, they do OnlyFans as well. Like I know, like in the world of wrestling, there's like certain wrestlers that, in addition to doing the wrestling stuff as a side income, they do OnlyFans.
Sure.
How soon until like, let's just say like your favorite celebrity decides I'm also going to do AI where you can have conversations with me, not me, but it's the AR version of me.
How much money? Here's the deal.
Like if Jessica Alba's like, hey, you want to get naughty with me? Can't do that, but you can get naughty with Jessica Robot.
Exactly.
Jessica Robot.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't think of anything quicker.
That's good.
Yeah. Here's the thing, dude.
Jessica AI.
Now, it's got to be consensual. But let me tell you, this was in the documentary Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Okay. This was handled. One of the dudes, an alien dude, came in, and the owner, Quark, he had a bar, and he had holosuites. And basically, you could go in these holosuites, and they were basically like, you could have hologram action.
We're turning into a sci-fi movie.
And dude,
you must be so fired up for this.
So the guy walks in and goes, hey, man, and there was a woman that was second in command of the entire space station. He goes, I want her. And the guy goes, I can't. He goes, if she catches me making a hologram of her and you're banging it, I'm going to be in big trouble. And of course, he did it anyway because the guy offered way too much money.
Yep.
And of course, she found out. But the idea being is that the show showed that if in fact that woman was on board and said, hey, look let's make a deal and you pay me a ridiculous amount of money, I think that at some point, they're going to go to the Jessica Albas of the world and go, look, you have your business and you make X amount of dollars. Like, I think of Kim Kardashian.
That was my first thought with the Kardashians.
They would probably do it. Because look at the money you can make. If you could have sex with a Kardashian, as far as like virtual, whatever like this, they would probably do it because somebody would pay them a ridiculous amount of money. And I wouldn't feel badly for them at all because, hey, sex sells, man.
One texter even asked, if you guys could have any AI lady friend of any person, who would it be? For me, give me mid to late 90s Lucy Liu.
Mid to late 90s Lucy Liu. Okay. For me, Estelle Getty. You get her.
This is my answer.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I know. You know what? I'll take another Golden Girl. I don't want to take Estelle Getty. I know she's your favorite.
Is it just cyber, or will you also get like a voice version? Because I was thinking, because here's mine, because I want a recognizable voice then, like Gilbert Gottfried, of course. No.
Yes.
Gilbert.
Wow.
You know I'm going?
Affleck!
Miley Cyrus.
Ooh, you on the wrecking ball.
I think she's a smoke show, and B, she does have a very distinctive voice. So.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
raspy and stuff.
That is a good.
Hey, Steve, what are you wearing?
That is a good call, Danny.
All right,
Any. Now, for me, if we're going to get on this road,
this don't make 'em
it's
ups,
got to be
clearly.
it's got to be a voice at least. Texting is not enough for me. I need a voice.
Yeah, because you can never tell how that person would actually text.
But I would.
It's a freaking robot.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, or for me, like a hologram or robot would
so
be
you want
amazing.
Yoda?
I want Yoda. Why would you speak Yoda?
Hands down your pants,
You know
should.
what? If you watch, there were a lot of female Jedi that passed away. At least, you know what? Maybe give me Ahsoka or somebody, even though she's still kicking. Well, in this fake universe. But yeah, boy, that's a tough one because there's a lot of amazing.
Well, clearly, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot. I don't know. I feel like I'm creepy if I say, so I don't want to say. You pick somebody that's kind of in your demographic. I can't. If I say,
who are you picking?
Well, I got to go somebody who's probably. You know what I'm going to go with? I'll go with somebody who was somebody from like my old Star Trek shows.
You overthink this thing way too much.
I don't want to look like a bad guy if I pick somebody who's currently like 40 years younger than me right now. Isn't that bad?
Well, then they're in their like 30s or 40s. It's not a big deal.
That's true.
It's still, I mean, I guess you're right. That sucks. But Dan, you go, and I'll try to think.
Probably Emma Stone, honestly.
Emma Stone.
Good call.
She has like a good distinctive voice, and yeah, I think she would be fun.
All right, what about Joe? We'll hear what your son has to say.
Eva Mendes.
Oh, is it Eva Mendes?
Eva? Yeah.
Well, the robot version's Ava.
Oh, yeah, Ava. Okay. Eva. I forget what Eva Mendes, what has she been in that I would know her?
Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah,
One of the greatest movies ever.
That's right. Wow, I think my son's got a type.
I think it would be great. She's got a great voice, great body.
All right.
It'd be awesome.
Okay.
It'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome.
You know what? I'm going to go with somebody at least from my younger days.
Oh, my gosh.
No, but still is pretty cool now.
Okay, is it Cyndi Lauper?
No, good call, though.
She could sing to you.
No, I was going to go Michelle Pfeiffer because Michelle actually...
Catwoman.
Yeah, Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer is pretty amazing.
Yeah, because you could go with whatever, like, era.
Why not? Yeah. You know, I mean, and look, when we were both around the same age. She might be younger than me, but by not a whole lot. But I mean, I think that's age appropriate for me.
Then you can finally watch Grease 2 with her.
Is that what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend all this sex money so I can watch Grease 2 with Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah. That's my dream.
Yeah. What if she's like, hey, I'll talk naughty with you, but you need to see the human version of me's movie, Grease 2.
See that? You know what? I'm paying money. Do what I want. I shouldn't be extorted after I pay
like a
money.
true John.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. Alrighty. Well, this is a really helpful conversation. And sex sells, baby. And Karen's making $70,000 a month. You said
a week.
$70,000.
I don't know how long that's going to last, but hey,
I'll tell you how long.
Hey, you get a few months out of that, you're pretty good.
Oh man, dude. And you know what? People are going to start doing this now. They're going to realize, okay,
but she's the first.
Yes, she is. Good for Karen.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that can make money and make a living, good for them.
For doing nothing.
Yeah, baby. That's your dream.
It really is.
See, that's why I said the wrong gender gets paid for this stuff, because I 100% would let an AI be me and let somebody have it.
I would spend all day sitting on my phone on my bank app watching like the money grow in there and being like, man, somebody's really getting into it with my AI right now. This is awesome.
All right, yesterday, Steve, or was it his AI, got this one right.
Also the tallest mammal. What is the only mammal born with horns?
A giraffe?
Yes.
Nice work. Yeah, apparently Danny thinks giraffes can be rude, by the way, too, because of their long necks.
And the horns.
All right, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-803-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I figure out who my creditors are?
People a lot of times have had a long time of not having good credit and having collections, and so they're concerned that you may be concerned that you won't be able to find all your creditors if you file bankruptcy. How will I know which collection agency has my credit card bill from 10 years ago now? And that's something that's hard to keep track of because credit collection agencies transfer your debts all over the place. But we will pull all your credit bureaus, and by getting all three of your credit bureaus, we'll be able to tell who has your credit and debt now, which collection agencies have had it in the past, and we'll make sure that we file all your creditors when we file your bankruptcy so that nothing slips through the cracks.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Hey y'all, it's Garth. The Big 615. You're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. That's the thing we call the Big 615.
Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Big game tonight for your Seattle Kraken.
Let's go.
All right. I mean, it's the second round of the playoffs, as you know.
Huge.
Mm-hmm. All knotted up at 2. It's a 3-game series at this point. You want to show your love for the Kraken? You want to show your love for hockey? You want to show your love for the Rock? Well, get that KISW hockey-inspired shirt in the Rock shop now. I'm wearing mine today.
Look at you. Yeah, represent,
baby. It's a good-looking shirt. And if you want to get this shirt, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs, you're a loser.
Happy Thursday. Or some like to call it Friday Junior.
Well, listen, you know, it's a beautiful day, a Kraken game. I mean, what do you want?
I know. I'm actually very excited. And I get really nervous watching the Kraken game, but it kind of makes me feel better knowing that there's at least another game that has to be played. Mm-hmm. Like, this isn't just like they're going to be out.
That's the best part about a series of 4.
Yes.
Because at least it's not like football where you lose the game, you're just like empty inside.
And you're just done. Right.
There's no hope then.
It's just one and done. This, at least, you know, we have a few more to go. So my nerves will hopefully be calm. But let's get to our contestant. Today we have Dan from Seattle. Dan, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
How are you doing, Dan?
Doing great.
All right, Steve, now get out.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Dan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Who co-stars alongside Jeff Daniels in the comedy Dumb and Dumber?
Jim Carrey.
Yes. Peter Marshall was the host of what game show for 15 years?
Pass.
Mead is primarily made of what?
Fermented fruit.
No.
Pass.
What breed of dog holds the Guinness World Record for being the smallest?
Chihuahua.
Yes. And what was that other one? Did you say yeast?
Yeast. Correct.
No, that's not correct. This sitcom Modern Family aired on what network?
ABC.
Yes. Club soda, Kahlua, and what other alcohol makes up the mind eraser?
Vodka.
Yes. What company makes the Xbox console?
Microsoft.
Yes. What kind of animal is Hedwig from Harry Potter?
An owl.
Yes. What war ended in 1865?
The Civil War.
Yes. What decade was the first ever test tube baby born?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
What decade was the first ever test tube baby born?
The 70s.
Yes. Oh, I'm impressed.
Oh,
that is 8 correct.
Okay. All right. We got ourselves a contest.
We sure do. Wow. Woo. I think Dan is going to win.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Steve. Sarah's predicting your downfall.
I am. I don't think you're going to pull this one out.
You're supposed to be unbiased.
Oh, well, I'm biased today, so sorry. Are you ready?
She's not a basic bee. She's a biased bee.
Hell yeah. Who co-stars alongside Jeff Daniels in the comedy Dumb and Dumber?
Jim Carrey.
Yes. Peter Marshall was the host of what game show for 15 years?
Let's Make a Deal.
No.
Jeopardy.
No.
Price is Right.
No. Mead is primarily made from what?
Mead.
Whiskey. No.
Wool.
No.
Cotton.
No. What breed of dog holds the Guinness World Record for being the smallest?
Chihuahua.
Yes. The sitcom Modern Family aired on what network?
ABC.
Yes. Club Soda, Kahlua, and what other alcohol makes up the mind eraser?
Club Soda, Kahlua, and whiskey?
No.
Rum.
No.
Vodka.
Yes.
There you go.
What company makes the Xbox console?
Microsoft.
Yes. What kind of animal is Hedwig from Harry Potter?
An angry inch.
No.
A hedgehog.
No.
An owl.
Yes.
Wow.
What war ended in 1865?
The War of 1812.
No.
Civil War.
Yes. What decade was the first ever test tube baby born?
80s.
No.
70s?
Yes.
Sorry, Bella.
And with that, you get 7 correct, which is a lot.
Oh, if you test tubed it right. And both of you had only one guess for that question. He got it right and you got it right.
Oh, that's amazing, Dan.
Nice work, Dan.
We get 8
That was
right?
the most I've gotten right so far.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, you got
Nice.
8 to 7.
Dan's the man. And you know what you are, Steve? You are this. Yeah, buddy. Oh, it's a great day. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah. Can't blame me, by the way, for this one.
No. Only person I have to blame is myself.
Last
Dan.
Yeah, last beat makes you try to say goalie interference, and 50-50 people are on that one. As far
Actually,
as
it was 100% of the people agreed that you were being interfering.
Yeah, but I was disagreeing, and I have friends.
Oh,
okay.
Name these friends.
Yeah, really?
Well, now don't ask me to name the non-existent creatures. That's not right.
Okay, the 2 you both got wrong. Does anyone know Peter Marshall was the host of what game show
I
for
thought
15
Steve would
years?
get this, but I think it's way too. I guess it's still too early.
old school.
Love Connection. Hollywood Squares, dude.
Hollywood
He was the king. You know where
we just talked about that too. I feel.
And earlier today, we talked to a woman. We played that, who wants to be a millionaire, and she said, "I've got to put my finger on Uranus." Was trying to figure out the question. That was always the thing. One of the big things he was, famous for is he asked people, "Where's a place you can make love?"
Okay.
And then, if you remember the funny answer that somebody gave on Hollywood Squares, it's a
Right,
classic.
that was the Newlywed Game.
That was, making
you're
whoopee.
right. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
I thought
I
it
didn't
was,
know that.
I thought it was Hollywood Squares.
No.
Your father's losing his mind.
All right,
really
well,
is.
never mind. But Peter Marshall's still Hollywood
Marshall.
Squares. Great.
I think
Great
he's still
story.
alive, too. I think he's
Is he really
he's
still
up
kicking?
there. Yeah.
Sarah does love her game shows, so she would know.
I do. And does anyone know mead is primarily made from what?
Danny knows this.
Yep.
Honey?
Yeah.
What the hell is
fermented honey.
It's a type of alcohol.
Oh.
You can get it at Ren fairs. You may not like it, but you can get it at Ren fairs.
Yeah.
It's becoming super popular.
Oh, is it really?
A lot of the beer bottle shops have mead on tap.
honey
on tap
beer?
now. Yeah, it's not really beer, but it's just fermented honey.
Is it really a hipster drink?
No.
Really? Because I feel like
Vikings used to drink it, man.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the Vikings.
Yeah.
Lump them in with hipsters.
All right, sorry about that.
Well,
You actually would probably love it.
Really?
Super sweet.
I feel like I've had it. I don't know. I feel like I've had mead and not been a fan.
Sounds like you'd have the worst hangover ever.
I don't
if
want
you just
that.
got drunk off of that.
Yeah, because sugary alcohol doesn't make your head feel nice.
Sure doesn't.
Well, sorry, Steve.
Yeah, sorry, Steve, for losing.
All right.
You're
Dan.
kind of a loser.
Fun fact about Dan.
Yeah?
For some reason, my kid can't say dad. She can say daddy, but she calls me Dan. And it cracks me up.
So she can
every
say
time.
daddy, but she can't say dad.
She'll be like, look, daddy. But then she wants me to look at something and she goes, look, Dan. And I'm like, and I looked at Sid and I'm like, did she just call me Dan? And I'm like, did you say Dan? She says, no. I said Dan. I'm like, did you say Dan? She says, no, Dan. Like, even though I'm saying the same thing, she knows the context is different. It's very funny.
Wow.
Funny. Yeah,
so she knows what she's trying to say.
Right, like for instance, she'll say spoon, but she calls it boon. So then I'll be like, do you need a boon for that? She goes, no, daddy, I need a boon. And I'm like,
She thinks you're the dumbass.
Yes.
She's like, Dad, be serious.
like
here.
she knows how it should sound. She's just not saying it right. But it cracks me up that she calls me Dan.
That's not going to change.
You know what's wild? wild? I never even thought about the fact that in her mind, she's saying it right.
Yeah, 100% right.
Wow. I always thought kids knew they were saying it wrong and figured, well, I'm doing the best I can here.
No. So like when you say it the way that they're saying it, they hear it now and they're like, no, that's not the right way.
Wow, that's trippy.
I'm going to say it the exact same way you did, but you're wrong, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Or Dan.
Whoa. Yeah. I did not know they think they're saying it right.
Yeah.
Because Sarah was like, instead of orange, it would be Angie.
Angie.
And you thought you were saying orange the whole time.
Or instead of sorry, I used to say Shawnee.
Shawnee. And I bet if he said that, you'd be like, no, it's Shawnee.
Yeah.
Well, she gave us weird looks every time we would go, Shawnee. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
like pizza was Peepa.
Peepa.
But we said, do you want some Peepa? She's like, no, it's pizza, you idiots.
Oh, yeah. What the hell's wrong with you people?
Now she says it correctly.
Yeah.
I'm a 3-year-old. I'm not sure what your excuse is at this point.
What's wrong with Dan over here?
Lily's graduated to calling me father from now. It's when she wants my attention. It's not. She'll be like, if she's being sweet,
like Downton Abbey or something?
Yeah, it's always daddy, but
Father.
And Joe's seen it before too, where she's just, Father, why are you doing this? And I'm like, okay.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like she's being kind of feisty.
Oh, she's a little feisty.
You know, I mean, it's better than her saying your actual name, though. I feel like that'll eventually
my daughter's saying
Daniel. Yeah, I know, right?
She's saying Dan's name. I think she wants somebody else as a dad, is what she's saying. I just feel like that's what's going on. I just want to tell you that. That's
she's lucky, I tell you.
Oh, is she? All right. Yeah. So's Dan, whoever he is.
Dan. Look, Dan.
All right, yeah.
Babe, are you hanging out with a man named Dan?
Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't that be horrible if you look at your wife and she's like this with the kid? Shut up with the Dan.
Yeah,
Shut up with the Dan.
Yeah, she's totally saying Dan.
Yeah, it's totally
Dad.
I don't know who Dan is at all. Okay. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is your time. Yes, your time to pick the topic, your time to guide the show. Call us or text us. Same number, 206-803-ROCK. 206-803-ROCK. Call us, text us. And we got those calls and texts at 917.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Whole Foods Market. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. Here are the numbers, 206-803-ROCK. Okay, that's all the numbers you need to call. That's all you need to text, 206-803-ROCK. But you know Steve. Steve doesn't tolerate mediocrity.
Oh, I kind of tolerate that. Just as long as it's high energy. Share some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're at the gong ya and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
So if you can bring some high-end mediocrity, 206-803-ROCK, that's the number to call. That's the number to text.
So you wanted to know, Jason from Tacoma, he said, what was the path like to a career in broadcasting? I was hanging out with the men's room on Sunday, and it really inspired me because they did their their world tour over at Tony V's in Everett before the Shinedown show. Heard it was a great time. He says, hanging out with them really inspired me, and people have always told me, I have a voice for radio. What was your journey to where you all are? Was it a rough one? Would you recommend it?
Steve, you know how much I love this question.
I love this question so much.
I hate this question so much.
I love it so much because it's a funny thing that whenever I meet somebody and they're like, people have always said I have a voice for radio. What do you think? And I'm like, do you not hear my voice and other people's voices? Like, voice has nothing to do with getting a job in radio. If it did, I'd be unemployed.
Not anymore. It used to.
Yeah, it did.
It used to.
But I mean, I slur my words. I have a slight lisp. I mean, I can't help myself. What do you want from me? My tongue's bigger than my mouth. But somehow I've been able to make a career out of it. I don't even, English is even my first language. I don't even know what my first language is.
I don't know what your first language is.
I think it's stupid.
Stupid's a great language, though, because a lot of people speak it.
But I think it's funny when people say, how can I get into the radio industry? I have a good voice. I'm like, well, that's not, unless you're looking to be like the announcer guy, like does like all the production stuff or voiceovers. Your voice really doesn't, I mean, it can't be awful, but you know, that's not really the make or break for a radio career.
And since I get to answer this generically, how old are you, sir?
69 years old.
It is not a game for anybody who is 35 plus because you just do not have what it takes to be entry level and deal with being an entry level scrub.
Unless you have low cost of living and you're not married.
Dude, it's the mentality. People still do not like being entry level scrubs when they're at a certain age. Mm-hmm. You're right. Even if they're not married, you know, think about it. It's so tough. If I were to tell you be treated exactly the way you were when you were in your 20s, I don't think you'd tolerate it. It's so hard to tolerate.
Of course not. But I think people also the climate's different in that sense.
Hey, let's not bring global warming into this. All right, pal? That's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it's freezing in Joe's room. It's hot as hell in this room. I mean,
it's so true.
Climate change is real, bro.
It really is. I don't know why.
Or our AC sucks.
I don't know how they can't figure that out. But so you mean the climate being different in what way, sir?
I don't think I think when we first started radio, a lot of people dealt with sometimes abusive old dogs and old heads.
I wish you would not look at me when you're speaking like this.
No, I'm not. But you know what I mean? But I don't think it's like that anymore. I think people are a little bit more willing to work with new talent and be cool to everybody and not be as a-hole-ish as they used to be.
Yes.
But you're right, though. It is an uphill battle. It's not like as if you could just walk in and get a job in like a big market like Seattle. Like it's unheard of. And if it does happen, you're a unicorn. And that, I mean, it's not impossible, but you're a unicorn if that happens.
Yeah, it really is like everything Steve said. And
go to a small town and work your way up the ladder.
So here's the thing. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever you love to do, think about how much time you put into it that you really don't get paid for, and you kind of even are grueling. You know, it's a grueling situation in other people's eyes, and that's what you have to do in any performing arts career. You've got to take a beating, but I think a lot of people would say even in any career, if you want to be great at anything, you've got to take a beating. You know, I mean, Danny, look what you have to do to your hands to learn how to play guitar.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and that's something I would not be willing to do is just mess up I'd be done after first trying to learn a guitar and getting all those blisters.
It's not the only thing that your hands have led to beating. I mean, it's crazy.
Don't forget, you need that kind of quality humor, too.
Yeah,
if you can't bring that.
Can you say stupid stuff without overthinking it?
Yeah.
You've got a job in radio.
And also, if you can say stupid stuff and overthink it, that's how I got my job.
I don't want to tell someone not to pursue their dreams. The beauty is nowadays, you can at least start with, if you want to be entertaining, if you want to do some kind of audio entertainment, you can do a podcast and start with that.
Thanks for that.
What?
We need more of those out there.
Well, you don't have to listen to them all.
It does. We'll tell them who have those podcasts that go, hey, can you give this podcast a listen? It's really me and my buddy. We think it's great.
Yeah, say, okay, I will. And then you get back to them and say, I really enjoyed it. That thing you did was pretty cool.
Okay, well, lying is also really good in this industry.
Wow.
He's really telling you that. He's not wrong about that.
All I'm saying is, if you have a passion to be in front of a microphone, there are ways to do it without having to sacrifice your income and your livelihood. And then at least you can say, hey, I caught the bug. I really want to do it.
It's a hobby. You're talking a hobby at that
Sure,
point.
but sometimes hobbies turn into careers. And if they don't, at least you still enjoyed yourself while doing it. And, and you didn't mortgage your entire life for it.
Yeah, I have no problem with somebody doing a hobby.
What if they do a podcast, right? And this guy, I don't know what it is, but it attracts some kind of attention. And then it blows up into being something huge.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, you're on, either you just say, screw radio, I'm making enough money on the podcast, or you're like, oh, now I have something that's, I'm of value to some radio company to bring me on the air.
Here's another thing. People might tell you have a voice for radio. Do they ever tell you you're the life of the party? Do they ever really just get riveted by your conversations? Because it's not just the voice for radio, unless you just, like what the men's room do and what we do is very atypical. Normally, you're just going, here's Black Sabbath, here's Metallica. That's all you do, which a voice for radio can do. Mm-hmm. But to do what we do, you kind of have to be somewhat of a conversationalist in order to carry a show beyond just, here's Metallica.
Yeah,
here's
borderline mental case. I mean, one of those.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I wish I could disagree, but you're right about that. You do also have to have serious mental health issues to do this job.
I'm not here to tell you not to pursue it.
I am. I would say you probably will not make it, but do it as a hobby, like Steve said, no problem. But if you think that you're going to make yourself this, and again, that's why I ask how old you are. If you're in your teens or 20s, I'm like, okay, you have what it takes to put up with the BS. If you're 35 plus, you're done. You're not going to start you're just not going to be able to survive this industry as a career. But as a, and look, we know this. How many times have we had interns who were a little older that came in and they were like, oh no, I can do it. And what got to them? The grueling nature of being a peon and an entry-level person.
Just getting up early.
And you get nothing, and you will get paid nothing, which all of us got paid nothing when we started in this industry. We got paid very little.
Well, and I even think about it just in terms of just being a go-to person for hey, can you go do this? Hey, can you go do that? And it's like, if you're 35 plus, you have wife, kids, it's like you want to spend the time with them as opposed to when you're early 20s.
Man, you guys are just a bunch of ageists. I'm saying 30, 40, 50, do it.
You don't care. You don't even listen to their podcast. You're going to be not involved in this person's life.
No, I don't have to be involved, but I'm also not going to be the crusher of his dreams.
You're a realist. Crush what dreams? He's just go, hey, I like that. That looks fun. I mean, how many people have said that to us? Yeah, it looks fun, but we work our asses off.
Yeah, then it's up to them to put in the work.
They're not going to put in the work.
But you don't know.
Oh, I know. I'm betting you money right now.
I mean, I'm not going to bet you.
Yeah, but, exactly. You know, but the statistics are ridiculous.
But with anything, there's always somebody out there that says, you know what, screw it. He could be that somebody.
I want to be an astronaut. All right, go for it, fatty.
Wow.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, that's what you would say to me. I mean, look, that's what I would say to myself.
Oh, yeah, good cover-up, you fat shamer.
I'm fat shaming myself. I just said I want to be an astronaut.
I never heard you once say you want to be an astronaut.
Oh, dude, that was one of my things. Yeah. Major Matt Mason was my favorite toy. I love sci-fi. I always wanted to be an astronaut until I realized how
in space.
It was not good.
But if you put in the work, I believe you could.
I got to tell you something. Nobody said that to me. Nobody looked at me and said, if you put in the work. They were like, you are a physical F up. You would never be able to do anything. And I thank my father and my brother for basically setting me straight on that. I also wanted to be a professional baseball player. And again, when you are the last picked on every team that you're on with the slowest speed to first base, this is not going to happen.
Hey, someone said, I'm also thinking about doing radio. Many people told me I have a face for radio. Ha-ha.
Oh, that's a funny one. All right, I'll take that back. That you definitely need.
Okay. All right, this section says, how long do you think until AI replaces you guys? I give it a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, our business, look. We're a unicorn. I mean, our station and the way this company lets us do what we do around here is a unicorn as far as I'm concerned when it comes to our business. So I would say here, probably not going to happen, but I can't vouch for any of the lot of other radio stations out there in the world.
So you know what I think we should do? We should do the girl we were talking about earlier who's doing her AI version of herself.
Oh, Karen. Caryn, by the way.
Yeah, we should do an AI version of the BJ and Migs show and be the first ones to do it. And then we can sleep in every day and this show does AI.
I mean, if I still get this paid, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we're going to get paid because people are going to be like, Steve, we want Steve's stupid stuff.
I feel like we have illustrated Steve's level of involvement in any part of this industry. It's just like, if I get paid, I will do whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. There's a great philosopher that once said, F you, pay me. I'm that guy.
That's it. That's what it is.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. And look, I don't crush anybody's dreams, but I am a realist. I will tell anybody, I will tell anybody, hey, dude, you got to do this. You see me at conventions. People come up and I go, you're doing the wrong job. You should be over here, there, and everywhere.
But who's to say?
It would be literally me at that point. Who's to say it?
I grant it's a little.
I have a great success.
It's a lot different. But I took up wrestling in my 40s. And if I told someone one day I'm going to be on All Elite Wrestling, they would be like, there's no chance, you're too old.
Well, all right, look, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's insane. But it is insane. You're right. But at the same time, you've always approached this as a hobby.
Yes,
which is why I would never dissuade you.
Right.
And
I'm not like I'm going to quit my job and sacrifice my entire leave my wife.
Well, let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing because you don't often pat yourself on the back. If not for how great you are in this career, those opportunities don't happen. You'd just be a dude wrestling. But because of how great you are in this career, I think that and the fact that you busted your ass to at least be somebody they wouldn't be embarrassed to put in the ring, this is what has helped you.
Yes and no.
All right, fair enough. Well, I tried. I tried to give you credit.
I thought the radio gig would help. It didn't. Honestly, truly, if it did, I would have got to wrestle in Seattle. Nobody even knew I was on the radio until after I wrestled in Portland.
That's what I'm saying, because the kind of guy you are, you do not bang your own drum as much as I think that other people would. If you would have let them, like other people in your position would have hounded them to let them know you were this guy.
Because I know it started as a joke on the radio with the interview with Tony Khan, but it was very apparent that he did not even know what was going on with the dark stuff and with all the extra talent, because nobody knew until I was getting ready to leave in Portland, and one of the ladies goes, "You never told us you were on the radio."
Exactly.
And I looked at her, I'm like, at what point am I supposed to say that?
See, there are people that would have, though.
And then she's like, you know what? We respect that you didn't.
Yeah.
But, so that's why I say, locally, definitely opportunities have happened because what I do for a living, and it helps, get the word out about wrestling. But, in that situation, that was dumb luck and hard work, obviously. But that's why when someone says that, that's why I say, focus it on it as being like a hobby. That way, but that doesn't mean don't have in the back of your mind that, hey, if I really excel at this as a hobby, maybe it could become something. And if it doesn't, oh, well, whatever. But if it does, holy crap, what a cool life experience that you became a radio personality all because you started a podcast.
Well, that's the key, Steve. You've always known this was a hobby. Look, if it transformed in somehow, some way, the WWE just said, dude, sorry, you're the man.
Brother.
Well, at that point,
I have to say brother, otherwise I'm not answering the call.
Then I'd expect you to quit. But that just goes without saying. If your hobby becomes so amazing that you can transform it into your career, no one's going to have to pull you aside and go, hey, dude, you should do this for a career. Like, you'll know it.
Right.
It's not going to, that's why when people go, you have a voice for radio, great. But right now you have a voice for a hobby, and maybe it will transform it to something tremendous where that can be your 9-to-5er, and I have no problem. But look at it as a hobby first.
I always love that when someone said that, because all they're saying is you have a deep voice.
That's it.
Yeah. That's really at the end of the day. When anyone says that, they're like, you have a voice for radio. It's like, you have a deep voice.
I'm more impressed by somebody that can carry on conversations, and no matter what you're talking about, they
you
never
have a personality for radio.
Yeah, that's the one. See, that's what I like. That's why Danny is never going to make it in this business.
Oh, thank you.
Let's be honest. Kind of, Danny's Danny. Hey, you pick the topic. You guide the show.
If you have a dream, BJ will crush it.
That's what I do.
Call in with your dreams, and we'll find out if BJ thinks it's...
I love this idea. I love this idea.
People should call in what their dream is to do, and you can tell them within like 30 seconds of talking to them if it's even doable or not.
Oh, dude, you know I can.
Oh,
you know I can.
Come on, Rocco.
I am the Mr. Wonderful of dream crushing. I will. I mean, I'm the Shark Tank guy that will tell you to take it out back and shoot it. It's poo poo.
BJ, the gatekeeper.
I will. It's not gatekeeping. It's called speaking the truth.
Whose truth?
The truth of life, man.
All right, who wants the truth of life thrown on to them?
You pick the topic. Truth of life. I'm excited for this. I'll crush everybody's dreams.
I can't wait.
206-803-ROCK. What is it that you think you can do that I'm going to tell you? No. Stick to your day job. 206-803-ROCK. More of your calls, more of your texts at 934 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
What you watch depends on what kind of mood you're in. Sometimes you're craving comedies like Friends or South Park, and sometimes you're more into dramas like HBO's Succession and House of the Dragon. There's also cooking shows like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and even movies like The Lord of the Rings and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Well, Max is the streaming destination that has the best of entertainment for whatever mood you're in anytime. And plans start at as little as $9.99 a month. Max, the one to watch. Subscription required. Visit Max.com. Nobody said adulting would be easy. Between work, family, chores, and activities, life can get real messy real fast. Good thing there's Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner. Simple Green tackles even the toughest cleanup jobs in every room of your house. Simple Green has been a trusted cleaning brand for nearly 50 years, and it's now available in both lemon and lavender scents. So you get a cleaner that not only works hard, but leaves your home smelling fresh. Even better, Simple Green All-Purpose Cleaner is U.S. EPA Safer Choice certified for use around people, pets, and plants. Stronger, safer, fresher. That's the cleaning experience we all want, right? When life gets messy, Simple Green gets it clean. This stuff literally removes dirt, grease, and stains from any washable surface in your home. Visit simplegreen.com today to view their complete product lineup and discover where to buy in your area.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. Also, you call in to get your dreams crushed.
Yes.
If you really believe you can convince me that you're going to make your dreams come true, 206-803-ROCK. I will crush your dreams.
I don't think we're going to get any calls.
No. Well, we have Daniel and Fetty Way.
Oh.
Yeah, Daniel wants to do this. Daniel, you are on The Rock.
Dream on.
Hola, gentlemen. I am here to take up BJ's challenge and get him to crush my hopes and dreams.
Daniel, you're screwed.
Yeah, so I know. Daniel doesn't understand how much I'm irritated by his very existence. But you go ahead.
Daniel, did anyone ever tell you have a voice for radio?
They all know. They say I have a face for radio and a voice for print.
And a voice for who?
Frank.
A voice for print. You know, books.
Oh, voice for Prince.
I think you said Prince, like the singer, guitarist.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Got it. All right.
Got you.
Got you, Daniel. All right. What dream do you want me to crush?
Okay, so I'm going to become a mega billionaire, and how I'm going to do it is I'm going to build a giant death laser, and I'm going to threaten all the world leaders and tell them to give me $100 billion.
Okay.
He's got the jokes.
Yeah, he's. You know what, Daniel?
It was at this moment I regretted asking anyone to call to the show.
You should go into stand-up comedy, Daniel. That's really where you're.
Daniel, you sat through the song to say that.
That's not going to work. I do good as a truck driver. That's my life stream right there. Being a truck driver.
Okay, so you're stuck in traffic, so it didn't really matter. You're on the phone waiting to say that one, did it?
I've never seen Steve actually question a listener's motives before. Like, you've disappointed him so much. He's just like, Steve never thinks anybody wastes their time.
I still love you, Daniel.
I really don't. But you know what, Daniel? You know
I also excel at crushing people's hopes and dreams. So, love you guys.
All right.
I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, there you go, Daniel. Thank you for listening and contributing, Daniel, even though, yeah.
Again, my favorite part, because of the way that we sit in the studio, you guys are looking at me, and I get to look at both of you, and then Joe in the background. And every time Joe puts a call through that he finds hilarious,
he looks so proud.
He is just laughing his ass off.
It's like he just gave birth to something.
Yeah, like that was the greatest joke he's ever.
You know what he's doing?
In his entire life.
My son is the ultimate troll. He's been that way his whole life with me. He trolls the F out of me ever since he was come out of the womb.
Finally getting his revenge on you.
Oh, this is the perfect job for him. Oh, I get to screen calls from my father.
I'm going to put through everybody, including Daniel.
Yeah, even Daniel's getting through. Well, there you go. That was a great dream. Yeah. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text.
So it said, if you guys didn't make it into radio, what other occupation were you interested in? From Anthony and Sumner.
Ooh. Oh, that's easy for me. I would have been a supermarket dude. I wanted to be the guy in charge of the checkout area.
You could be the host of Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, the problem is they don't. It's not like it used to be.
Oh, that's a little ambitious. He's not going to be able to do it. I was thinking he could be like a greeter at Walmart. He's around that age.
That's fair.
That I would love to do. I mean, if, I believe you guys have laughed. I would check into that if the medical bennies were good, because I wouldn't even care about the pay, because hopefully I'd be good enough that I don't.
Retiring, yeah.
But the medical bennies are nice to have when you're an old person, just to be able to make up for whatever Medicare doesn't do. I would Walmart greet my ass off. I'd love that.
I think I'd want to become a sushi chef.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I just have to not,
Yes.
Yeah.
He's made sushi before. He's a world famous
I'm getting
chef.
better at it.
Yeah.
And I'm about to embark on my world famous sushi bundt cakes.
Nice.
You're going to do this as a hobby, right?
Well, right now, yeah.
Okay, good. I support your hobby.
Yeah, I'm becoming the chef of all chefs.
Yeah, no, it's a great hobby.
So long as there's Instagram, I will always have ideas.
And boy, nobody does have ideas on Instagram. You will be unique in that.
That could be oh man, I don't even know if I want to share this one because this is brilliant.
Oh, really?
And it's out of my character to say something so brilliant.
Yeah,
but I think I want to open up a restaurant and all we serve are cool stuff I find on Instagram.
Yeah. I support this.
It's not your worst idea. Except again, you're going to have to execute this.
Insta Yum.
Insta Yum.
Steve Migs is Insta.
And you're see it at T-Mobile Park right now.
Yeah.
All right, Insta Yum. It's not I don't know. It could be a good idea. Who knows by the time you get done
on
with
the
this.
videos will just be the original Instagram posts all around. You want that? I got that.
Oh, that'll be the menu. The menu is going to be all the posts.
Yeah.
And I go, I want that or I want that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. That's not horrible.
All right.
It's, again, there's a lot that goes into running a restaurant, but I know you will take care of all that other stuff that goes along.
I will hire somebody to do that.
There we go. Yeah. I feel like it is just going to be The Bear. That's what I want to see. I just like that TV show, The Bear. I want to see you involved in a restaurant like that.
Oh, it's be me on Instagram all day.
Yeah, well, the rest of the
I'm working.
I hate his guts, chef. I know what you mean, chef. He's a freaking idiot, chef. You're right about that, chef. That's how we're going to be hearing at your restaurant.
And I'll be like, I'm rich as F.
Chef.
Employees.
Oh, you're not even a chef. All right. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. I'm not sure how Joe, I'm going to try to decipher what the hell you got going on over here. I'm going to go to Michael. Michael in Edenville, you're on the rock.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Not too bad, Michael. What you got for us, buddy?
So I sent you guys some coffee from Casa de Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, I'm just a white guy, wanted to become a coffee farmer.
Okay, I'm going to put this on hold right off the bat.
And now...
What the hell does that... Is there something I'm missing? Do you have...
Now I'm a black woman.
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything for being anything you want to be in life? Is there a rule that says you can't be a white guy and be in the coffee business?
Have you not read the rules on the internet, BJ?
I really see a lot of white people in coffee businesses, so I don't even know what the hell... do I go on with this guy? All right, I'll give him a shot. He sent us free coffee. All right.
Let's leave our ethnicity out of whether or not you want to do your dream, you half a racist. But anyway,
no, I wasn't. I didn't mean it that way. I'm just an American.
How did you mean it?
I meant to say I was just an American guy.
Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Does that make it guy? Did it? Does that make it better?
Some coffee.
Oh my God! I can't do this anymore.
We are American guys.
Where's the text of the guy that wants to be in the business? He can have my job right now. I'm done. Look at my son. And
I tell you, every time.
My son knew I would hate this guy.
Every time Joe is laughing on the floor because of the calls he puts through.
God bless the USA.
Okay, listen.
God bless the USA.
All right, look at Greenwood. Here's what I want to know. Should we continue?
No.
Danny says no. Steve, you haven't gone to him.
More from the
All right, here we go. All right, Michael, you are the American white guy. Welcome back, sir.
All right, didn't mean it like that, guys. Okay.
How did you mean it? When you say I didn't mean it,
anyway,
how did you mean it? There's no anyway. If you didn't mean it like that, then how did you mean it?
Well, I'm just a guy that didn't know nothing about coffee, and I went to Columbia and started a farm.
Okay, so that I can appreciate, but now I can teach you it has nothing to do with being an American. It has nothing to do with being a white dude. You were just ignorant to making coffee.
Hold on, time out.
Yeah?
He said he went to Columbia, so the context of him being an American guy does matter. He's an American guy.
I hate this hobby of mine. This hobby should never turn into a
Columbia.
Hey, so what do you guys think of my coffee, though?
It was delicious.
I hated the advertising. I hated the way you presented it to us. The coffee is good, though, but I think you need to get someone that knows business.
Yeah, I probably do. That's why I want Migs on my side.
You got me. I liked your coffee. It was really good, actually.
It's tasty coffee, but I forget there was something about how this all went down that rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't know what it was.
I can't remember.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No, I just went to Columbia 5 years ago and decided to become do something with my farm down there, because my wife's Colombian. And I decided, let's do coffee, All
right.
And,
so what if your wife wasn't Colombian? What would you be doing instead?
Probably radio.
There we go. All right.
Radio guy.
All right. So Michael, you're obviously your wife's Colombian roots. I mean, I get the coffee.
So do you own a farm in Colombia now?
What's that?
Do you own a farm in Colombia?
Yeah, we have a home in Guateque, Boyacán, Colombia. It's about 10 acres. We grow about 400 pounds of coffee a year.
So is this a hobby or is it a job?
It's a hobby right now, but we're looking to go forward and make it a job. To buy more farms.
Michael, that's got to cost a lot of money, though, to be able to just maintain it. Are you getting to the point where you're at least breaking even, or is it still? Are you losing money but you just love doing it?
No, we don't. We're breaking even, so we love doing it. It's just a passion of ours.
That's great.
Coffee.
That's great. If you're breaking even, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I didn't know nothing about coffee, and I went down there and took 4th place out of 70 farms last year in our region.
Okay, I have to go because I don't know what Steve's doing, but it's not on the radio. But Steve is still playing guitar to back up his singing. I look at you and I'm like, what are you doing? As this guy's talking, you're playing a fake guitar.
I'm hearing he's an American guy.
You're the only one hearing it. The rest of us are still trying to do a show, Steve. I don't know. You're having a party.
Colombian.
Okay. Wow. I am going to go with the next caller.
My dream is to become a songwriter.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to crush that dream because that's obviously he's doing it and he's breaking even. It's a great hobby.
All right. So there we go.
Yeah.
Just need marketing manager.
All right. Landon in Bothell, you are on the road.
Took a little effort, but we got through that one.
Yeah, we sure did.
What's up, guys?
Landon, where the hell are you? You are in the middle of Noisy Town, USA. What are you doing?
I am working for the city of Bothell's park department, taking care of the parks.
All right, cool. So,
bunch of birds there?
Yeah.
Actually, there are. I'm actually going to be up there. Maybe I'll see you, Landon, because I might be doing a little Burt Gilman trail walking up that way.
So you're about to say I'm about to do a little bird watching.
I'm at the parks all the way till Saturday.
Woo, there we go. I might see you, buddy. Okay. Anyway, you and the aviary over there killing me. What do you want? Why are you calling us?
So I want BJ to crush my dreams.
I'm going to crush your phone. That's what I'm going to do. Joey, Danny, and Steve are not even going to participate in this call. They just want to see me lose my ass, and it's happening. Just so you know. Hey, to all of you.
He's an American guy.
All right. Oh, God dang that bird. Please shoot the bird. I'm sure you won't get in too much trouble. Please shoot the freaking bird. All right. What? What's your dream? What do you want to do?
So I enlisted in the Army as a combat engineer, but my overall dream is I want to be a special operations engineer, which is join the Rangers for the Army.
Well, you're in the Army, though, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving July to join the Army.
Well, I feel like, dude, I feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do. Don't you have to be in the Army, go through all that process, and then, have a shot at being a Ranger? It feels like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, so the process is pretty simple unless you get past Hell Week and everything.
I like this.
You go in.
Well,
you go in, do your basic training.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to pitch my dream, even though it's already been accomplished, so BJ can't crush it.
Landon, why would you call to have me crush your dream if, in fact, you are actually doing everything to try to make it happen? I mean, it does.
Well,
he was challenging you, man.
I know. Here's the question, Landon. Are you an American guy?
Oh, that's a good point, because you can't be a Ranger if you're not American.
Well, I'll tell you a little about myself. I drive a
Okay, that
Ram
was a joke question. We
1500.
really didn't want to. Are you going to gong this call?
No. So you drive a Ram.
Okay.
You drive a Ram. What else?
Okay. Okay.
He has a bird.
Well,
Bird! Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Landon. Steve's interested. I'm not, but Steve is.
I'm very interested.
Well, I'd say I'm a country boy. I love working on farms. I have a Ram 1500. I dress Southern all the way.
What does that have to do with being
What
does that got to do with being a
You have a belt buckle?
Yes, I do. I got a couple different belt
What kind?
Okay.
Like one with an eagle on it?
I got.
Oh boy.
I have a support police department one from Snohomish County.
Okay.
I got a bucking Bronco one.
Nice. Those are sweet. I will give you that.
Do you know how to line dance?
Can I ask?
I do know how to line dance.
Landon, look, granted, if we were like on a Tinder date, this would be great. But I don't understand what this has to do with your dream, the fact that you're a country boy with a big belt buckle.
My dream is for BJ to have a heart attack on the air.
Oh, good dream.
And Landon is helping me make that dream come
Landon,
true.
I've already said I support, I'm not going to crush this dream because it seems like you're doing everything you want to do, so I don't know why you're still defending yourself. Unless you really want me to crush it. Are you wanting me to get you out of the Army and tell you this is a crazy idea? Because I will if that's what... Sorry, Landon,
there it was.
He's a foul-mouthed guy.
Yeah. You know what? Landon said something that was really important. Basically, before we had to dump him, Landon said that
there's a belt buckle.
Yeah, he asked, because I asked him, I go, it seems like you're doing great. Why are you calling up to have me crush your dreams? But he was looking for validation because many people outside of his parents have said, don't try to be a Ranger, you're crazy. And Steve, that's where I agree with you. It's like, why would I crush his dreams if he's executing on this plan that seems like the right way to go?
And he's not trying to get into radio. I think that's really the end of the thing.
Well, I mean...
So long as you stay out of our business, BJ won't crush your dreams.
Because here's what's going to happen. You know what's going to crush his dream?
An American guy.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know how to drink. He's not a white guy that makes coffee, so that's probably going to be his biggest strike against him. What'll crush his own dream is not even, it'll be him. He'll go, this is too much, I don't want to do this. That's why I don't got to tell him. He'll figure, the Army will tell him whether or not, by just being the Army, whether or not this is something he really cares about. And he will go through the grueling process if he loves it that much. So I'm saying, dude, I got no reason to disagree with your parents. And the rest of the people are idiots. What they should be saying is, wow, that's crazy. That's something I would never want to do. But people do come off by saying, you're crazy, you shouldn't do it. But what they really mean is...
projecting that they're not capable of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it really does suck for people like me and probably Landon who want just validation and a little scared about taking this big leap. Do it, dude. You know what? I am a dream crusher, but in this case, do it. You will find out one way or the other if it's what you want, but you'll get great experience doing it. I got no problem with this.
How about that?
I know. Sorry I didn't crush the dreams. All right, but you know what we have to do? Rather than answering about whether or not Landon should be a Ranger, we have to find out what Ryan Castle and AirPods have in common. Because, there's some dreams to be crushed there. What do Ryan Castle and AirPods have in common? I'll tell you at 9:54 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and AirPods have in common?
You can find me squeezed between the cushions of your couch.
Yeah, man. And I get so frustrated when I actually find you there. I'm like, whoa, that's where you are.
Everyone's done it.
Yes.
Steve likes shoving both in his ears.
Weird.
Yeah, well, don't kink shame me.
Weird.
Yeah, that's what you do, man.
They're both put in a dark box at night to recharge.
Named Steve.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. There's a woman in Atlanta says she jogged past an active shooting last week and didn't realize it until later. There were sirens blaring in the background, but she barely noticed because her AirPods were on noise canceling mode. Wow, that's how powerful those are.
Yeah, that's dangerous too.
She saw lots of cops, crime scene tape, but didn't realize what it was for.
She was like, well, I'm in Atlanta.
Dude,
wow.
I had that at a gym. Like, two guys got into an argument at my gym. I had no idea, and I was right there. I thought they were just talking. And afterwards, I was like, what was going on with those two guys? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, they were yelling at each other.
No idea.
I was like, oh, I thought they were just talking and, like, just chopping it up.
Steve was just getting his gains. He had no idea.
Yeah, I had Miley Cyrus on loud, you know.
Jacked up on pre-workout.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
How much has noise cancellation saved marriages? I really wonder.
Dude, my wife's got a really nice pair of noise canceling headphones.
I think she taken. We've said it all. Ryan Castle, he also has a really nice set. It's called a 12-pack. Yeah. That's next.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.